Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to the worldwide family. Peaceful Sabbath, y'all. As we get about our Abba's business, y'all, we ain't gonna belabor it any longer. Let's get right to it. Wherever you are on this planet Earth, turn toward Holy Jerusalem, where our help cometh from.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
With the Most High's permission, in the name of His only begotten Son.
Yes, sir.
Psalms 82.
Yes, sir.
Yahweh standeth in the congregation of the mighty.
Yes, sir.
He judgeth among the gods.
Yes.
How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Selah.
Selah.
Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy.
Yes.
Deliver the poor and needy.
Yes, sir.
Rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
Yes, sir.
They know not, neither will they understand.
Yes.
They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of court.
Yes, sir.
They have said, ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princesses. Arise, O Yahweh,
Arise.
judge the earth,
Yes.
for thou shalt inherit all generations.
Yes, sir.
Hallelujah! Selah! Yes, sir. Once again, y'all, peaceful Sabbath as we get about our Abba's business. I think I'm up a little loud. Today's lesson, getting and keeping your spiritual house in check. Y'all, what brought forth this lesson today is that I'm sure everybody on earth been privy to a group of what we call YN, or young Israelites, wilding out on the streets of Chicago with mob activity, and jumped a mother and her 2 children on the way home from school. There's a lot of people in uproar about that, and there's a lot of things flying across the internet on how to address that. You know, and we're getting a lot of information from all sides of the fence on what should have been done to those children and why didn't nobody come out to stop it. So there's a lot of heat swirling around, y'all, but what we have to understand, everything starts at home.
Yes, sir.
So we always have to start at the beginning, like the Messiah always say, let's go back to the beginning.
Yes.
It's just a video out there, Ebon. You're going to have to Google it. Young children attack mother and son on the way home from school.
It happened again up in Baltimore. Yeah, it was another one in, Baltimore.
So, y'all, a lot of times
Yesterday.
we have to make sure that we don't do guilt by association as well. Because a lot of times you'll see where parents raise their children correctly, and all it takes is one bad apple to turn them away from what they've been taught their whole life.
Yeah.
Y'all, because this is spiritual, y'all. When Satan comes to attack, he goes another route. If he can't get you, he going through your children.
Right.
So we have to understand it's just not all bad children that get into stuff. Good children will wander off.
Yep.
Hopefully what you taught them, and they say, like on Boys in the Hood,
Let me out.
let me out the car, though. Before we get to the other side of this killing, yeah, I'm angry, but let me out the car, dog. And that's what the best we could hope for, y'all, because they are in the world too, y'all, and they're experiencing a time that we can't even imagine with this technology and virtual reality. But that has no excuse.
Right.
Because the script's telling us
Train up a child.
to train up a child. So y'all, we're going to go through all of those scriptures. We're going to do a case study with David and Absalom to let you know sometimes these things are, you know, they're passed down to the child from bad behavior of the parents.
Yes.
Sometimes the devil get a 2 for 1. There's a bad child and the parent may have messed up, so the devil like to come after your favorite child, so to speak, you know, to rectify certain things. And y'all, it'll force a parent into what's called survivor's remorse. A lot of times they say, if I had just not let that boy go camping with him, or let him go do this, go up to that skating rink,
Right.
maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Right.
So a lot of times the parents are on edge. A lot of times parents are saying, well, if I hadn't have been out there in them streets like that, I could have probably stopped some of this. So y'all, we don't want to look at this from one angle of just bad children. We want to look at this from all sides of the coin. Good teaching by parents and children go bad. Bad children that were raised by, good children that was raised by bad parents, and yet they walked the straight and narrow. And y'all, this started in heaven. This didn't start on earth first, so ain't nothing new under the sun. We're just saying with today's technology and what's going on in the world today, y'all, we got to call on higher powers to protect the children when they go out. Because you can't keep them in the house 24/7. But y'all, if y'all haven't seen that video, it's terrible to watch. And it's Israel and put on the world in front, on the stage in front of the whole world. Showing our reign, y'all. But we're going to cover this from every angle and let y'all know also a lot of this is attacks from the devil. So we want to put everything into its perspective and not point the finger at any particular one in guilt by association, but point the finger at the crime and explain it and show the statutes and judgments and how it affected great people in the Bible. So this ain't nothing new. This is nothing new. So y'all, with that, before we get started, y'all know how we do. We'll just send shouts out to our sick and shut in. Our brother Ariel Ben Israel is, under the weather just a bit. He okay. He's okay moving up and moving around. He just said, no, I just don't need to be there today. So understand that, bro. Also, the friend I told you that myself and Nurse grew up with down in the project, our brother Boone, that we asked y'all to pray for. The prayers worked, y'all. We won't understand this. Brother got a jolt of what we call adrenaline and came through all of that. They pulled all the tubes, all the breathing machines off of him. And then 2 days later, he was actually talking on the phone to people. And 2 days later, it turned for the worse that quick. And he got out of here. So we asked Most High for mercy. But look, while he was conscious, was able to talk to his soul. Talk to him and, pray with him. And, but that last burst of adrenaline, y'all, a lot of times that happened to loved ones on their deathbed. They get that one last burst. And you actually think they done made a 360, but they made a 360 of time to spend that last good time with them in their right mind, so to speak, or their right strength.
Right.
But when it's appointed, the death angel ain't gonna turn around. It just shows the power of the Most High that you could be on your back, and then that last burst of adrenaline, you could be standing up and walking around. But the appointment is still there.
Yes, sir.
Like Hezekiah that begged for a few more years. The Most High never told him how many years, but he ended up with 15. And then he still had to take that nap. So y'all, we're not saying it from the perspective of something to scare you. It's already appointed for this dying flesh. It's just how do we leave this earth and leave a name for ourselves and our children. So y'all, we want to just touch bases on that, and our brother Boone. We just hope that throughout the time that that adrenaline burst did happen, that he was able to make contact with his soul and ask the Most High to have mercy on him. Also, while we on this class, also our sister Alicia and our brother Daryl up there in Ohio, their granddaughter Addie, like I say, this class today is going to kind of cover a lot of things. Her mother, kind of moved her away from them, and they're stripping her of the law that her grandparents had laying down the route for. She's in a whole different town, so they're asking for prayers that a protective angel is there to protect her, because, like I say, she moved to a whole nother town, and they're teaching her back of the ways of the world. So praying for y'all up there in Ohio, Brother Daryl, Sister Alicia. Also praying for our brother Akda in the homeland, as well as Emal Naomi, Emal Yisraela. So we're praying for y'all, that there's full recovery over there in the homeland. Also to our brother Rod and Sister Helena, and our family down in Florida, Judah Matthias.
Yes, sir.
Praying for you, bro. I hope your daughter is as comfortable as she can be, and recovery is in process. And to all the sick and shut in, y'all, if I haven't mentioned. Also to our bound, our brother Todd Shepard, hope you're standing strong and maintaining in the faith.
Yes, sir.
We want to send shouts out to our sister Barakia. Shouts out Sister Barakia, as well as Sister Stacy Lewis, our Ben Monroe, our brother Roosevelt Thompson. Also out there in Cincinnati, our family, the Piante crew. Shouts out to y'all. Shalom, AZ Ben Yehuda. Y'all, so with that, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get this class started. Once again, y'all, getting and keeping your spiritual house in check. And y'all, we're talking about spiritual understanding of keeping things in check when you may be miles away. But the Spirit is working miles away. You send a child off to college, that's going to take some spiritual power.
Yes, sir.
That they may feel you like, once again, we use that boys in the hood only in the perspective that while his father was thinking, this boy going to get himself into trouble. And he's just meditating strong enough to the point that where he said, pull the car over, let me out the car though. And he was able to regain his life as starting out though, heading down a path that was going to get him 30 to 50 years in the pen. Or death as Doughboy and them got. So y'all, these movies are not nobody's imagination. It's exactly what's going on in our hood. They up against drill rap, which is teaching them to disobey everything. Don't let nobody tell you what to do. Lawlessness is king now. That's what our children are up against in these last days, y'all. So we got to make sure we understand that so the message we deliver to them, that they find their way back home.
Thank you, Chris.
That at worst is just a prodigal son situation.
Yes, sir.
So we got any questions or concerns before we get started too by anybody? You sis, you good? What you got over, Sister Karen?
I just wanted to ask prayer for younger generations. A few years ago, that I would see them on their way to school and encourage them, giving them money, and they are just teenagers now. Been going to the place getting diapers for them and for their babies. If they have babies out of wedlock, these younger generations. But I'm grateful for the opportunity that I ministered to them while they were kids, but still, they got these babies, and the babies with them, having babies out of wedlock.
That's it, sister. It's a lot of that because we had better statistics in slavery. And I mean, we're still in slavery, but I'm talking about when we were bound with shackles nightly or whatever. The success stories were better. So y'all, the law has become a strange thing with the technology that we at. See, we almost had to go find wickedness. I hear it's over there in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Wickedness is right here at the end of their phone. It's on the TV, it's on all the games. So they're constantly issued with evil, but it's nothing that's new under the sun. A lot of children had to deal with it. As y'all remember, a mob surrounded his house. It was children in there too surrounding the house.
That's right, yeah.
So y'all, this is what we're talking about, mob activity.
The children themselves deal with that.
Yes, sir. So y'all, we ain't gonna belabor, we're gonna get right to it. We got any more questions or concerns too, by?
No, sir.
Okay, what you got over there, John?
Yeah, I want to land back on what you were saying, like lawlessness, like, the land is more and more lawless.
Yes, sir.
Going on, right?
Right.
And last week, brother Jake showed Solomon and Gomorrah on tape.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're talking
You
about.
talking about lawlessness?
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about. The days of Sodom, it's gonna be like that. So it's gonna be on that level of lawlessness. It ain't nothing we can do to stop it because it's already prophesied to happen.
Right.
It's prophesied to clean it up. So you have to know and stay out of the way of the cleanup. Because when the cleanup comes, you get one warning to get out of the way.
Right.
You don't take it, you're gonna be taken with it. So y'all, let's go ahead and get it, y'all. Getting and keeping your spiritual house in check. First thing we want to do is look up a term called in check. And that's what we need to do spiritually. And what that means is you have to outthink your children. Because today's is telling them they have their own mind. Let them say how they feel. Well, they can say how they feel all they want, but it's got to be in check if they're under this roof.
That's right.
Y'all understand that? And it ain't nothing new. There had to be some house checking in the heavens to get it straightened up. Before it ever got to earth, there was some house checking up in the heavens that we're going to speak on. So with that, y'all know our one and only high priest, Yeshua HaMashiach, locally known as Jesus the Christ. He's our one and only high priest after the order of Melchizedek for everlasting. He brings forth the law to every male, female, rich, poor, free and bond, Jew and Gentile. So we talk about in check. What does in check mean? It's a fine line. But go ahead, Zeb, what does it say in check?
To keep something under control.
To keep something under control. The only time we heard that growing up was if your woman was out of control. Man, you ain't got your woman in check. Now it's the other way around in today's, the woman is being asked by another woman, you ain't got your man in check.
But shit, they ain't got no man. It ain't no relationships no more.
Right, and when they do, the one that they grab, they got to keep him in check. Because they're trying to teach him how to be a man while he's already grown. It ain't gonna work. What you got up there, too, by?
Question in the chat. From,
Yes, sir.
Faith.
From who, Sister Faith?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They asked, please answer, is God's spirit only for men? I have someone that keep saying that to people.
Saying what to people?
Please answer, is God's spirit only for man?
I don't know where they getting that from because everything we read, your sons and your daughter. Every blessing that we see, Genesis 49, Abraham covenant, your sons and your daughters.
And he had to breathe the breath of life into the woman as well as the man.
Yes, sir. So he didn't just make man, but what we have is what's called order. And this is what we're talking about, the spiritual house being in check. It starts with the hierarchy. And then it works its way down, y'all. So if you're hearing that, what that is a dominating type of spirit. And we're going to go over those dominating types of households as well that were always exhibiting the lion in the house. And that ain't a good thing.
Right.
Because you have everybody scared to death of you. As soon as you come in the house and slam the door, everybody start pissing on themselves. They scared to death, you know. Tail go up their rear end. They trembling and shaking. And you just walk through the door. That's a problem. That's Joe Jackson time 1,000. Boy, look here. You remember that, don't you? Y'all ever seen a dog so scared it just start pissing and tail just tucked up his rear end? That means that there's a lion in the house. That means that if you leave somebody in charge of the house and they that scared, who they gonna protect? As soon as they hear a roar at the door, let me in, I'm a burglar, pissing start.
Did that get rid of that dog?
What'd you say, bro? What'd you say, Elisha?
Remember that dog?
Yeah, you remember that, don't you? We'll tell y'all about that later. So in check again the world, what that word means there,
To keep under control.
to keep under control, y'all, and we're not dealing with flesh, we're dealing Ephesians 6 and 9. Spiritual wickedness in high places. This is designed to make it lawless with things like drill rap and TikTok views, and notice all the things, or how many views can you be being lawless?
Yeah.
Y'all, they want the views to be wicked. And look, what Tuba was telling me, how that film actually got out of them children mobbing. There was actually a little boy taking it. Somebody took the video from him and put it out because they was glorifying. He said, well, we're going to let the world see what they think about this bad behavior.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, not only that, it was getting real ugly. Mobs are showing up in front of the children's house. Some parents are just ridiculous and saying kids will be kids. We're going to go over what kids going to be kids are today.
Right.
Well, my grandson had a football game last week, and some of them women that was on the other sideline, they was talking worse than me.
Yeah,
They was cussing everybody out,
yeah,
threatening people, talking about, I got something for you.
yeah.
They tried to jump one of our parents
Y'all see this in children.
over a children's football game
Right.
that you ain't even
watching
playing in.
that. Right. Y'all, so what are they teaching the children? Violence. What you got back there, sister boy?
Daniel, one of the mothers was on TikTok with her daughter,
Uh-huh.
and she was trying to make it.
That didn't
Oh, yeah.
sound good at all. She made it worse.
Said, she's just a child, watch her comments, and I'm thinking, you need to be knocking her head off and,
Well, y'all, and this is what we're talking about.
This is
Cause
what
too,
we have come to.
yeah, but we have to be careful. I mean, there is a light to the side of what she's saying, because there's still something called endangerment, child endangerment, and if you make threats toward children, that's the part that we really have to look at from that perspective. Watching now, this a child, you can't threaten a child with harm. So that's why you still have to be careful, but not looking at it from the side that she's looking at it like no matter how wrong she is, she's still a child. No, that don't exist. Because you know what? Once they out of our hands, the law have to take over. And this is nothing new, y'all. We're going to go to the script where righteous parents had children that they could not handle. And they had to take them to the priest, y'all.
And they had to deal with them.
They had to deal with them, y'all. This ain't just started, man. This ain't started in 2025. This go back into the wilderness. Y'all, and we're in the wilderness today of the people, y'all. So it's a mirror image of coming out of that Egypt and then coming out of the four corners of Egypt, called the Babylonian system. Not one land, but a system with affiliates. What you got up there, LC?
Wisdom of Solomon 4, verse 6.
Yeah.
Truly begotten of ungodly babes.
We going there, bro. We going there. We on the same spirit. Yes, sir. Don't hold that, bro. Hold that. We going right there, bro. We want you to hold that for just a second. Yes, sir. LC. We getting it because, y'all, like I say, we must go back to the beginning. And he was finna read something to let us know this starts at the beginning. And then we have to work our way through it and hope we get a return of the prodigal son or daughter, and we hope that we return from being the prodigal son or daughter back to our parents. No matter how old we are, because our birth certificate ain't gonna never match the same date, is it? No. So they're gonna always be our parents.
Right.
That's why honor thy mother and father is for, if you 90 and your mother is 115, you still have to honor her. She's still your mama.
still.
Y'all ages don't catch up. So let's get it, y'all. First thing we want to do is get right into what's going to be brought forth. I tell you what, let's start in Isaiah 54. We're going to run that chapter because we're going to see the head of the household and what he requires and what he expects from us. And hopefully, y'all, we keep forth presenting the law to everyone so the light stays on. No, we don't want just the light on at Motel 6. We want the light to always be on in your home where somebody can see their way back. Y'all, because when your mama tell you, get away from around her, that's your last hope just about.
Yes, sir.
You like a penny with a hole in it. You had a hopeless state. Because that's the one, you're closer to her than your father because you lived inside of her.
Yes,
You had
sir.
an apartment inside of her. You had food. You had drink.
Warmth.
You had warmth.
At bath.
Bath, yes, yeah. So your father just put you in that apartment. So to speak, let's keep it. Y'all understand, don't you, like?
You about to go
Let's
too
get
far.
on with it. Isaiah 54th chapter, y'all. And y'all, this is the head of our household spiritually, and that's what we have to maintain, y'all. So it starts at the top. It starts with us before we talk about our children. We've got to make sure that I've done everything so that we don't experience what's called survivor's remorse. That means something may have happened to my child and the rest of my days. Lord have mercy. If I would have just. That's painful in a lot of households, y'all.
Yeah, that's forever.
Yeah. Let's get it.
Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 54, verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Sing, O barren, thou that didst not bear.
Uh-huh.
Break forth unto singing,
Uh-huh.
and cry aloud, thou that didst not travail with child. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife, saith the Most High.
That's why he said we always had a poor in spirit with us. And that's why he said a lot of times you're going to find, look, we've always had what was called a welfare system. It's called the fatherless, that's male or female children, and the widows. It was always to take care of a child and its mother if something happened to the father. If he disappeared, said he was going to get a loaf of bread and ain't been seen in 20 years. Last sighting was in a back street in Memphis on a dead end block. That's the last place they saw him. The church body had to ensure that they try to stay fed until them children could get up to the point where they could help take care of the household. Y'all, we always had that. This nation has it, and it's played like a twofold game. You know, one breath, the man that's up in there ain't doing nothing, telling them, go get that fatherless and widow money, and the next breath, they living off of it too.
Right. More than we are.
So, and then they tell them, well, don't go to them and put us on that support, because I ain't going to be able to get no job. Well, don't wiggle your hips. Let's start at the beginning. We can cut it off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you have to look at where brothers finna go, that 6th chapter where we're talking about just spitting them out. Y'all, it's a dangerous situation. You have to know who your children are. That's all we saying. You have to know each one of them individually so when you get the call, you're familiar. No, Earl ain't gonna do that. No, wait a minute. There's got to be something else going on. Now, badass Leroy, it's a different story with Leroy. So you have to know your children. Y'all understand, even if they ain't under the same roof, because that call may come. Let's get some more.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
Enlarge the place of thy tent,
Uh-huh.
and let them stretch forth the curtains of thine habitation.
Uh-huh.
Spare not.
Do what?
Spare not.
Uh-huh.
Lengthen thy cord,
Uh-oh. Uh-huh.
and strengthen thy stakes.
Yeah.
For thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left, and thy seed shall inherit the Gentiles, and make the desolate cities to be inhabited.
Uh-huh.
Fear not, for thou shalt be ashamed.
Not.
Ashamed.
Uh-huh.
Shall not be ashamed. Neither be thou confounded, for thou shalt not be put to shame. For thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shall not remember the reproach of thy widowhood anymore. For thy maker is thine husband.
What is thy maker?
Thy maker is thine husband.
Y'all, because we're in a marriage contract with the Most High, so it starts with discipline from the top. Jeremiah 3:8 say we're in a marriage covenant, but he had to divorce us. And we got to get ourselves straightened up before he accepts us back. We're like the prodigal bride, to speak, y'all, of Israel. We done went astray, y'all, so we have to look at our children in a sense. If he want us to take him back, if we want us to, him to take us back, then we have to look at the whole situation starting from the beginning. This ain't just started in America. Our children was running rampant in the wilderness, running rampant in Jericho and Jerusalem. Yo, we got to go back that far to correct this issue. And when we go all the way back, we have to go back to the first father on this earth, Adam, and his first son, Cain.
Right.
But the father told him, if you do right, what happened? You will be accepted. So y'all, the prodigal son door is always open. But don't let it run its course. Who has something? You had something, John? No. Okay. What you got to do about it?
Brother Ruben Israel in the chat asking for prayer. Asking for prayer for the family. Lost brother-in-law a few days ago. My sister was married over 50 years. Suddenly passed out. Also, nephew has been in ICU for weeks. Was heavily in the streets.
Heavily in the streets? He didn't get harmed. I hope he didn't get harmed out there, y'all. But y'all, these streets is dangerous.
That if the Most High's will, everything turn around, that he
Yes,
leads
sir.
a righteous life.
Absolutely. Y'all, that's the hope that we have to have, y'all, because our hands is tied, y'all. We cuffed in this matter. Like Deuteronomy 28, our sons and our daughters should be gone. We're going to long for them.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's a lot of us saying, watching Kizzy be carted off. And y'all, if we don't get them in check, they're going to be carted off in the back of a patrol car. And look, we had to do it at home. This nation ain't the first one to do it. If we did it at home, you can't control your child. We had our own government and police force that would control your child for you.
Yeah. 86 that child.
Hey, so yeah, they would. Let's get some more of that. Finish that on out, Zed.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
For thy maker is thine husband. The Elohim of hosts is his name. And thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. The Yahweh of the whole earth shall he be called.
Yes, sir.
For the Elohim hath called thee as a woman forsaken and grieving in spirit, and a wife of youth, when thou wast refused, saith the Most High Yah. For a small moment have I forsaken thee.
He said just a short time. 1,000 years it is. How many days to the Most High? So 400 years, y'all looking at that, is only, it would be like to the Most High 10 seconds, 5 minutes, y'all. That's all he's been mad in everlasting time. But see, we want a quick fix right away. That means we just gonna get right back into some hellfire or some hell behavior 2 minutes later, y'all.
But you done done 30 years of wickedness.
Of wickedness. Let's get some more.
And before you go any further,
Yeah.
I remind y'all that time I was found that dude in the hood shooting at my son. And
Yes,
my
sir.
daughter. And I had to put an Abraham curse on me. That was the worst day in life, man. Put a curse on my own kind.
Yeah.
For shooting at my daughter's car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I wanted to do the ski mask way, but as soon as I thought about prayer, if you take everything in prayer, I can't take that to prayer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
Put an Abraham curse on that brother, man. About 4 or 5 years ago, I ain't seen that brother since.
Yeah. And look, yeah, so that's what we're talking about, y'all, because we're going to get to a little bit of that Numbers 35, and that's the refuge of the avenger, because one of those mothers told her son, she said, son, the whole world is looking for you. And ain't nothing I can do to help you.
Right.
So that's something to think when you look outside and you was following that mother home. You hear somebody say, bring your ass outside.
Right.
Now there's a mob out there waiting for you. So y'all, we can't let this get to that status. You have to get your children in the mindset that if they find themselves tricked up, the last ditch effort, let me out the car door.
Yeah. Out in the
Let's get some more.
Verse 7 again.
Yeah.
For a small moment have I forsaken thee,
Uh-huh.
but with great mercies will I gather thee.
Uh-huh.
In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment,
Uh-huh.
but with everlasting kindness,
What kind of kindness?
with everlasting kindness
Uh-huh.
will I have mercy on thee, says the Elohim thy Redeemer. For this is as the waters of Noah unto me. For as I have sworn that the waters of Noah should no more go over the earth, so have I sworn that I will not be wroth with thee, nor rebuke thee.
So y'all, there's a time coming that where he said that punishment gonna end.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get to come out of the room. I ain't got y'all on punishment for life. But y'all just got to get some straightening out. Or you gonna face my wrath.
Yes.
Let's get some more.
For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed, but my kindness shall not depart from thee, neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed, says the Elohim that have mercy on thee.
So y'all understand what he's saying? I ain't never gonna take my mercy away. All y'all got to do is come to me and acknowledge your iniquity. I was wrong for that. That's all he asking. Like our parents used to tell you, if you tell me the truth, I may not whip you.
Right.
I'm not saying I won't, but there could be some grace based on how you answer what I'm asking you. Why you do it?
Why?
If you start making up excuses,
Because see, the last thing your parent want to hear, just like the Most High, is a lie.
it's a lie. And I got all the evidence right here.
And I got all the evidence. So if you tell the truth, that at least shows that you have at least taken in consideration my laws, statutes, and judgments which I placed before you.
Right.
You at least acknowledge righteousness, and you're gonna try to do right.
Yes, sir.
Even though you've done wrong,
Yeah.
you're at least gonna try to do right.
Yeah.
And see, that's what kind of made the little girl's apology seem lackluster, because here it is, you saying that she was a follower, but she led in striking a woman.
Right. Right. You the leader.
Exactly.
So y'all, there's a term that's called, see, a lot of times we have to be careful though, because what you're asking a child is to see what's coming from their soul. You know, the flesh is a lot quick to get out of trouble, but what you want to do is see from the soul, because when you're asking them, if you tell me the truth, I may not whip you. But if they're thinking, well, she ain't got proof. Absent of evidence don't mean that the evidence is absent.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying? We got the goods on you. It just ain't right here front and center. But the evidence is there.
Right.
We gonna find it out. And that's how they do when they sit up before they think they clean, got away, they tell them all because you think you wasn't there at the time. Well, guess what? We got your phone records.
Phone records and DNA tests.
We got what's called receipts.
Right.
So you thinking that there's absence of evidence, they can't prove I did it. Once you have that mindset, they can't prove I did it, then that means you did it.
Right.
Let's get some more.
But Brother Danny,
Yes, ma'am.
who was that man that, is Steele, Thiel?
Dr. Field, who you saying? Who? Peter Field.
Yes.
Who is that? What's his name?
Pedophile.
Pedophile, that's what it ought to be.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I know Peter Pan has got some links to it. But AZ say, let's just get right to his first name, his government name. Because that's what they're going to charge, that's what the government going to charge him with.
But see, he's the one that had that receipts on, we want to watch on the people to see who did crime and all that. That's the one. And he's, isn't he, Trump's best friend and all that?
I'll have to find it out. Get us a little more information on that.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, never heard of him. Go ahead.
Verse 10.
Yeah.
For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed. But my kindness shall not depart from thee, neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed, says the Elohim that had mercy on thee.
So he said, I'll never take away the covenant of peace because y'all got to return in peace. Y'all left in disarray. You can't come back like that. It's like you always hear Jake say, we can't take this back home.
Right.
We can't take this bad behavior back home, because we're going to be right back here. Let's get some more.
O thou afflicted, tossed with tempest, and not comforted. Behold, I will lay stones with fair colors, and lay thy foundations with sapphires, and I will make thy windows of a gate, thy windows of a gate, and thy gates of carbuncles, and all thy borders of pleasant stones.
So the Most High say, if we just keep our minds straight and come back to the laws, he say, your windows gonna be decked out, y'all. And this is what y'all understand. They get the thought of stained glass windows. This where this come from, because he said, I'm gonna make, but it's not no images. They put images on them, but how you look at the craftsmanship of a stained glass window, the pearls and carbuncles and different things they use to fashion them, you like, that's beautiful. You just ain't supposed to have no images in them. Go ahead, what else it say?
And all thy children shall be taught of the Most High.
What shall all thy children
Be taught of the Most High. And great shall be the peace of thy children.
Y'all, ain't that what we saying in the whole thing? That's what we want for our children, peace, ain't it? Yeah. Once they walk out the door, ain't you praying for peace? Lord have mercy, don't let them get into nothing. Let peace be surrounding them.
Yes, sir.
Like Job.
Like Job.
Yes.
Let's get some more.
In righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee.
So y'all, what we're talking about is that hedge around us. That's what we have to pray for them to go out, that hedge is around them, that Job, that Satan challenged Job with the hedge removal, and he would curse God. The Most High say, no, it's locked and loaded in his spirit. It's routine for him to understand. I'm praying for my children. It had nothing to do with them celebrating their birthday. He say in case they might have sinned. So what they were celebrating was not sinful. It's just that some activities could make it sinful. You know, because they like to have a surprise for you at your birthday party. There's surprises for men on that pre-honeymoon thing. Bachelor party. You got to be careful. You can't get him in trouble before he take his vows. Going in there. One last time. Going in there and see what's in there for you.
Verse 15.
Yeah.
Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake.
Now it's talking about the wicked right there. Go ahead.
Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy.
So he's got something for bad behavior that won't quit. He's like, it says, like a blacksmith. When he makes stuff for you, he usually makes swords for you. Let's get some more.
No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper.
Yes, sir.
For every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Most High. And their righteousness is.
And y'all, the devil is so bad that he would act you. Devil is so bad that he would act you. Children act out like grown people in your mother's and father's sleeping quarters. That's as far as I'm going with that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. How dare you?
But then if you go back to that verse 1 of that 54.
Yeah.
It's saying, sing aloud for the women that bear not.
Yeah.
So we live in a perilous time where it's almost a blessing not to have children.
Yes, sir.
Because the children of the day, and it says more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife.
Y'all see that?
The household is without husbands.
Yeah.
And these are the children that's running amok.
Yeah. What you got, Sister Karen?
I was talking about the young boys. They would be standing on the corner waiting for the school bus when they were kids and now they teenagers. And I started bringing the diapers to the one boy that was a teenager on a regular basis. I anoint the diapers, praying for him and his girlfriend. And when I was with her today to tell him, I didn't remember who he was, because there was a bunch of teenagers on the porch. And I had some diapers, whoever the diaper man was, and the one little boy that remembered me that he's a teenager. You bring diapers here? And he ran down and he got a new baby and stuff.
Look here, and ask him, do you have free diapers? See, this is what the mindset is. I'm not prepared to take care of the household.
No. I would be anointing the diapers and sharing with them about they need marriage is honorable in the sight of God, because they remembered me when they were kids.
Absolutely.
But the
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying, sis, but
boys and young girls
yeah.
married with these little babies.
Yeah.
I said, but then they grow up, and if you are not raising them in the fear and admonition of the Lord, what are they going to be like with theirs?
Absolutely, y'all. So it's children raising children.
Children raising children who hadn't even been raised themselves.
Right.
Have no idea.
So they have no foundation.
No idea of the cost of a child to raise a child, y'all. This is what we're talking about, y'all. Not just materialistically, because when we're put in captivity, it's let raise them, and they may have shackles on their leg. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It don't have it starts at the lowest level because you're in captivity. But the rules don't change for captivity because you were warned if you disobey, you're going into captivity. So the rules are still there to bring you back out. Out. And if the parents get their mind together, but sometimes they won't, it's still on the child to come to understanding. And that's where you have a lot of times people will say, well, you don't know what they've been through. They did a lot of things, but hurt people, but you can't turn it around and practice it even more, because now it's not only you, but you done just added 15 more.
Yes.
So now you're practicing, I've been hurt as a child, so I want to hurt other people. You can't live like that, y'all, because that's rendering evil for evil, because every time you do it, there's something in you to say, you don't like this. Why would you do this to somebody else? Right. That's still on the table whether they wanted to or not. What you got over there, LC? Or not. What you got over there, LC? That's what we talk about. Boy, you on fire today, and what's going on around here? Let's say, what you got, sis?
The thing of it is, the babies are cute and cuddly, but they don't realize that it's being passed down, just like you were saying.
We're going to hit that today, sis.
Passed down to the next generation.
Yeah, we're gonna hit all of that, sis. So it's understood that a lot of times the parents can do all they can do, but the child just won't listen.
Yeah,
y'all understand? It's just some bad children out there, y'all. And ain't nothing we can do about that. We're not talking about being born bad. Nothing can be born in sin.
No.
So get it out of your mind if you think a child could be born from the devil. It's not possible, because you have to start with Cain. Right. You can say Cain, the devil's son, all you want. The problem's still going to be if you do right, what happened? Or if you keep doing wrong, you'll be accepted.
Right. The children of the Nephilim couldn't be right.
They couldn't be accepted because they were formed from wickedness. Right. They were created through wickedness.
And the whole intent of their birth was the intent of wickedness.
Of wickedness. Now that's a birth in wickedness, born in sin, so to speak, because you mix supernatural with carnal through a wicked act.
Yeah.
That child cannot exist. Now, the problem will be the left measuring line of mercy of that child, because he didn't ask to be born a hybrid. So there'll be a level of mercy for that. Just like a child who may have been born blind because his parents, both of them, using heroin. So the child is born blind. He didn't ask for that, to be feeling around his whole life and have to walk with a stick because of how he was conceived. So y'all, a lot of this, if we don't start at the root of this problem, then we'll give judgment against a child or that family more than it should be because we ain't went back to the beginning to see why. And it says not excusing the bad behavior, but just at least you know where it came from. And then we can cut that out.
Right.
Let's get some more of this, y'all. Let's roll. We got to catch up. Anybody have no questions? We good? Let's roll.
There we go.
We're going to Matthew chapter 10 because there's something very important in here on how the Messiah going to explain what's coming on this earth to the believers in him and to the law, statutes, and judgment because we just don't want to hear the law of the Most High. We rather hear commandments of men. Shalom, my D. How you doing, brother? What's up? Was that old school Pendleton? Look like it don't. Yes, sir.
Look like one of my
Yes,
first.
sir. There ain't no Penny Bros, is there? No, don't tell me. Go ahead.
But it's blue.
Yeah.
He ain't have no red.
Let's get it, y'all.
Come on, Mr. Blue.
Matthew 10 and 16.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 16.
And understand this, y'all. This is part of our walk. This is part of delivering the message. And these are the things we're going to run into. So, y'all, we already warned. Ain't no need you getting into this because we have the warning already. If you see this going to be too much for you, go the other way. But you can't get into this and say, no, I had enough of this. No, it's worse for you if you turn back.
Yes.
Then what was you in this for show?
Right.
Let's get some more.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 16.
Yes, sir.
Behold, I send you forth as a sheep in the midst of wolves.
Boy, have y'all ever seen that on National Geographic when the wolves surround the sheep?
Yes.
Let's get some more.
Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove.
So he said you got to be slick as the devil, but you can't cause no harm while you spreading this message. Because you're going to be dealing with the devil. You're going to have to know the wiles of the devil. You're going to have to say, oh, I see that player. I see that 3-card Monty. Yeah, I know how you got the top card bent when you throwing them out. I see what you're doing. The king is over there. You flip it over, there it is. See, now you wise as the serpent. He going to take his program to another town. I've been figured out.
Right.
And that's what charlatans do all the time. Once you figure them out, they pack it up and go to another city and try to perform the sleight of hand over there. Let's get some more.
But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the council, and they will scourge you in the synagogues, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
So that's what they're going to bring you up on charges for. You have to hope it's in that realm. They can't bring you up on charges and you plead guilty. That ain't from the Lord. If you plead guilty, it's not from the Lord. I don't care what your participation in it. If you agree to a plea deal, then you're agreeing that I have guilt in whatever's taking place. So y'all, the Most High say they're going to bring you up before that, but just whatever they dishing out, don't you say, okay, I'll take that deal to get out early, because you know what? You're just going to do it again. Because you're going to get in yourself and you're going to say, I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have took that deal. Well, that means the devil going to say, well, what you going to do about it? Go and fix it. If you're going to go to jail, go for something. Go over there and do this, and then you'll be guilty about this. Let's get some more. Because we deal with a crafty adversary, y'all. That's why you got to be as wise as he is. And he ain't no poop butt. He knows the law so well that the Most High let him cover the Ark of the Covenant like that, the mercy seat. Son of God, but he wasn't the Son of God. He was one of the sons, though, and he covered the mercy seat. And he told him, you get out of here. You get out of here. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Shalom, fam. How y'all doing? Yes, sir. We're in Matthew chapter 10. Y'all catch up with us. Help yourself back there to something eating and drinking. Let's get it. Where we're at, Matthew 10 and what?
19.
19. Let's get it.
But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak. For it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak.
And look, this system mirrors that. We just get the bad end of it because their law tell you, you don't have to say nothing. Don't say a word. Just tell them, my counsel gonna speak for me. They can't ask you no more questions. But what we try to do, talk ourselves
Talk your way
out of that, and you ain't as wise as they are. You ain't got a clue how they set you up. Do you know why I stopped you? Hell no. Do you know how fast you're going? Speed limit? I thought. You can't help them with their investigation to lock you up. You have to be wise as a serpent and know what he's doing. You know, if he's coming to get you. If you got to hold your peace and straighten all that out later, then hold your peace before you put your foot in your mouth.
You know you done messed up, right?
Right. You know you done messed up. Yeah. You keeping that clean, ain't you?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 20.
Yeah.
For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death.
Who gonna deliver up the brother?
The brother shall deliver up the brother to
Y'all
death.
see how this gonna get close to home, y'all, when this thing start heating up? Look, we want to hurry up and get to the kingdom, but y'all, there's a wall of fire that we have to go through first. And it starts within your own home. Guess who will start with you first? Your first enemy is your enemy. So it has to start with you first. You got to clean you up. And then you have to deal with the next enemy inside of your house. Then you may be able to go outside the house and deal with the public. But if you can't find no peace at home, how you gonna go tell people to have peace in the street? And then you go home to hell. Let's get some wrong.
And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death. And the father the child. And the children shall raise up against their parents.
Rise up
against their parents.
Y'all, that's what we're talking about, y'all. We didn't used to have that. Now look, I followed a lot of fights after school, but it was always just this person one-on-one.
Right.
We put a wood stick on their shoulder and they circle, and whoever knocked the stick off, the fight is on. And then it get broke up, or if a parent come out there, hey, y'all cut that out. Everybody scattered. Nowadays, they're beating up the parents. See, when parents would come and walk their kids home from school, you're like, oh, scaredy cat. That was the most it was. But you wasn't going, I'll knock your daddy head off too. He can't walk you home.
You wasn't even going to say a cuss.
You wasn't going to even say a cuss, right. We got to catch him when his parents ain't around. See, everything that changed. Even our old OGs back in the day wouldn't cross that line of disrespecting nobody's mother. If you with your mother and they got the hit on you, they like, we're going to get him next time. Right. No, we can't do that while he's with his mom. His mom ain't got nothing to do with that. What you got back there, OG? Yes, sir. Speak up just a little bit loud, OG.
We had a rule in the street.
Uh-huh.
You didn't miss somebody on the front of when they was at home.
Yes, sir.
You do no drive-bys. You didn't do that.
None of that stuff.
Caught them in the street, but you didn't follow them home to do nothing.
No. See, there was a line even in that, y'all, but we're in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah where there's habitual line stepping. Everybody step over the line of unrighteousness. I mean, just marring the line up.
So is that why they call the thugs or the criminals now steppers?
Hey, could be license, because they're habitual line steppers. You know what that term is for now? They ought to know who they around. They shouldn't have been sitting out on the porch not knowing who they around. And that's their excuse to do it. As soon as they get them in first 48, they say, you got to kiss the baby, what you did to all the people, you never getting out of jail. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now you turn back into the child you should have, because the law is finna punish you. You understand what I'm saying, Lice? Now you got the permanent whooping coming.
I just saw a case of first 48 this morning. This boy killed his brother over some Reggie.
Boy, not no Reggie, boy. Look here, it's desperation.
Killed his brother over some Reggie.
Boy.
Oh, man.
Ain't lying, man.
We gonna
Reggie.
Let's speed it up, y'all, because we got a few scripts. We're going to hit some one-liners, but y'all, what we're talking about is training up the household. And if you have a mother or father then these apply to you as what's called adult children. Because the script at the end say, and you shall be the sons of God, right, and daughters. That means you're still children, ain't it?
Yes.
You're just children with the mindset of an adult to be around and to hang around adults. You know how you have children going in the other room, and then when they get of age, they can hear certain things and they can kind of come through. Can't sit down with y'all, but they can pass back and forth through because they know the rules as a child. I don't get into conversations. Let's get some more. Yes, ma'am.
You got that, Doris?
When you said babies raising babies.
Yeah.
Isn't that what a lot of people do today because they don't know their boundaries and the scripture says you're not to be and the people have not taught their children?
Well, even a lot of us teach our children, but that can't stop the first sin on earth, that fornication spirit. It'll jump on your children with all the training in the world you give them.
I came from a good household.
Yes, sir.
I come from a two-parent household.
Yes, sir.
Good foundation.
Yes, sir.
Professional job.
So sister, be careful out there.
I just chose to do
What you do,
wrong.
Lysa?
It was my decision.
Yeah.
I was a good child all the way up until
Market, baby, market.
until at least until the 8th grade.
Yes, sir.
I say freshman and sophomore year, I was pretty good.
Okay.
Sophomore year is when I started going left field. And I went left field all the way until I was in the clinic.
Yeah.
And then after the clinic was still a knucklehead until I lost my mother. And that made me start to realize life is real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But because as a prodigal son, I was, because of the foundation laid for me, I was able to find my way back home.
And that's what we're talking about, y'all, that path back home. Because, y'all, the devil is out there waiting on our children. If we could, and the hedge we got to have is give them the law and understand when they go off, now behave yourself. Now you're going to college, it's going to be parties. Do not drink out of no cup if you didn't see what was poured in it. Because look, good children go to a party and somebody slip a Mickey in their drink. Good children just going, there's no bad there, it was just supposed to be a party, but you got to do dirty them in there.
Yeah.
And they want to see somebody flip out. That's enjoyment for them. Did you see him running on that ledge naked? Boy, that was that package guy.
Yeah, I mean, because when I was coming up, I used to hear the older guys trying to get certain girls in the hood. They trying to smoke them with some dip. They
Yes,
trying to
sir.
get them to smoke a dip so that they could get with them.
You know, we had to explain a dip to you after class. Go ahead, Lysa.
No,
Go ahead. Yeah, he won't think they get baptized. No, they get some water put on them. But it ain't that water. Go ahead.
It's wet.
We'll tell you about it, Emo. It gets wet. Let's get some more of this, y'all. Go ahead, yeah, we gotta get caught up.
And the children shall rise up against their parents
Uh-huh.
and cause them to be put to death.
And cause them to be what?
To be put to death.
Uh-huh.
And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
So, like a child, the little boy in Michigan that went up there and shot up the school at 15. So now his parents, he's got life and can't never get out. And both mother and father got 15 years apiece because it was reported that he was killing animals and then y'all didn't do nothing. Then y'all gave him another pistol for his birthday. So they say, no, he got this from y'all. Y'all got to go to jail. And that's the case up in Michigan. Y'all know about it. 15 years apiece for the parents. Everything is gone, whole household. You ain't got nothing to come back to. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That's how serious it is when you have to instruct the household and children and let them know if you get in trouble like our parents do. If you get in trouble for killing or robbing somebody, don't call her. Don't call her. What you calling her? There's a collect call from your robbing son and stealing son. Do you accept a click up? Let's get some more, y'all.
Verse 23.
Yeah.
But when they persecute you
Uh-huh.
in the city,
Uh-huh.
flee ye unto another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel to the Son of Man be come.
Because the harvest is plentiful, but the what? So he's saying, look, Israel is in bad shape when they come to this nation. You got a lot of work to do. We got to get rid of that mob activity to mob like violence of the nation that you were enslaved to. Because we're acting just like our captive now. Let's get some more.
The disciple is not above his master.
What is the disciple
The
not?
disciple is not above his master.
Yes, sir.
Nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household?
So, y'all, this is what he's talking about. If they call our Messiah Beelzebub, and they did in Matthew 12th chapter, so they say, you doing the miracles by Beelzebub, what do you think they think about you?
Right.
If this your high priest and they talk about him like a dog, you better get some tough skin on you.
Wow.
See, how you gonna say ain't nobody walked in my shoes? Your Savior, the mighty Redeemer we just read in Isaiah 54, walked in your shoes. What do you mean ain't nobody walking? And we ain't took half the whooping he took.
We ain't never walked in his shoes.
Boy, look here, that's what we talking about, Elijah. So if he got mocked, if he got talked about for the word's sake, then strengthen yourself up.
Right. He
Let's
said,
get
happy are ye.
Yes, sir.
If
Yes,
you don't
sir.
do it, he said you should be happy.
So when terror come, you don't piss on yourself. That's a sign that the devil see, boy, the front of your pants just get wet. He be like, oh, we got him. No, you could have spilled a 2-liter Pepsi on the front of your pants and the spot ain't that big. You pissing everything you got out of you inside. Let's get some more. Go ahead, bro.
Say just detox.
Boy, look at you. Go ahead.
Fear, verse 26.
Yeah.
Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known.
Yes, sir.
What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light. And what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetop.
So you can't be part of no group that says keep this secret. Keep these instructions secret. Not with this you can't. That's Freemasonry tell you to keep things secret if you want to be a part of us. Let's get some more. Those type of affiliations that they say keep our bad behavior secret. Well, we told the opposite, ain't we?
Yes, sir.
Blow the trumpet, we told.
That's right.
Let's get some more.
And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Yes, sir.
Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father? But the very hairs of your head are all numbered.
Y'all see that? All of them are numbered. I mean, if you losing a little bit, he still know how many you got left.
You know about these 2?
Yes, sir. They're the ones that grow right up in the front.
Just right in
that
the
kind
front,
of,
2 of
you know, that sporadic alfalfa. It ain't full of alfalfas, but they'll sprout up on you. He know them. He count them and know all the ones on the side of the head.
Yeah.
Let's get some more.
2002. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows.
Yes, sir.
Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven.
And y'all, the confession is good behavior. You can't just say, oh, I believe in it. No, you got to show your confession. Because people gonna say, who is his parents? This is a disciplined young man. See, so that's how people gonna know, because they gonna ask. He's so well mannered, they talk. And then they talk about your tone, how you speak, and so it matches up. You can behave, but be full of venom. You know, I thought that boy was really astute sitting there with his hands like that, but when he just lashed out like that out of the blue, crazy, that boy, he fooled us. Go ahead, get some more.
But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven.
So let's get it straight. If you deny the Messiah, that's what we're gonna say. No, you don't want him. He denying me. He denying your own son. What you think, you're gonna leapfrog his son who he been sent to give orders and you go directly to him? Man, miss me with that, man. I know your daddy. I knew your daddy before you was born. No, that don't work. If you deny his representative, you denied the Father. He's bringing you the Father's instruction. Man, I don't want to hear that, man. I go to your daddy. Me and your daddy go back way. No.
You don't know.
No, you don't know my daddy then. Let's get some more.
So, but then,
Yes, ma'am.
so there, isn't there somewhere in the scripture where it talks, I was trying to find it, where it talks about, that not be ashamed, about not being ashamed.
Of the word? Yeah, technically all throughout the script, not in one particular, but because y'all, that's what's going to come upon you in that hour. The devil going to try to shame you for the word and make you feel, like, well, I wasn't saying it like that. I'm just saying, this, and you start to backtrack because of the word. What we're talking about, even you're speaking of the parable of the sower. It gives every definition of every individual that hear the word. Say, some hear it, and with joy, they glad, they grab hold. Man, I'm an Israelite. But then, when this Matthew 10 come into place, when they start persecuting you, want out. You disappear. We didn't have the great falling away then. He come, and you want out the kitchen.
Like Peter.
What you got to about?
2 Timothy 2:15.
What it say?
Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed.
Needed not to be ashamed. But
Rightly dividing the word of truth.
so, and that's what keeps shame off of you when you're trying to talk about the Most High, and you persuaded in your mind first how good he is before you can tell him about somebody else. Let's get some more.
Verse 34.
Yeah.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Think not that what?
I come to send peace on earth.
Uh-huh.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Uh-huh.
For I have come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
So give me the word variance, if y'all will, because a lot of naysayers are going to grab this scripture. See, your God likes to start confusion. Why would he put a son against his father? So we have to understand law, statutes, and judgment do that, y'all. That's what the variance in the home, that's what we're saying every day. We're trying to give them the laws and they won't listen. It's setting them at variance. Oh, mama, man, that's old. Man, don't nobody do that no more. What do you mean? Don't obey anymore? Don't keep the laws. They still doing it. It's just the circle you want to stay in ain't doing it. What it say?
Variance. G1369. Dakazo. And it means to cut into two parts or serve.
So what we got is variance and making differences. He said that's what's going to happen in your household. I'll come not to send peace, but a sword, and the sword cuts both ways.
Yeah.
It cut you if you're going off, and it cut the naysayer. So that's why he say, yes, we're looking for the peaceful outcome, but before we get to the peace, there's going to be a little violence going on. And it's because of the law, because we're up against the God of this what? The word. And you in that word. So you're going to have family members that are going to agree with the God of this word. Right. They're going to agree with him next month. Going to spend a lot of money. There's going to be a lot of drama. Robbery going to go up. Suicide going to go up. Because people don't want to feel alone in that time. Who did you spend Christmas with? Nobody. Yeah. But see, the righteous know, you talking about December 25th? Oh, I was at home doing this. That day you talking about? But if they put the title of that day on there, and then you start to feel emotionally, and the devil really gonna attack. Don't nobody love you. That's why ain't nobody here but you sitting up there with that tree and one present on it.
You bought yourself a present?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you bought yourself a present.
You bought for you.
To me, and just sitting there drinking eggnog and weeping.
Playing,
Playing old records.
Boy,
Temptation.
suicide go up, y'all, 100%, and robbery goes up. Let's get some more.
Oh, boy. Verse 36.
Yeah.
And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
Who gonna be the man's foe?
They of his own household.
Y'all, we can talk about this nation all we want, but if we don't get the inside of our house together, outside, you know, we really ain't got a chance. They more powerful. How you gonna, you can't deal with what you got in your house. That came from you. How you gonna deal with a powerhouse outside the house? You gonna forget about what's in the house and come out, I'm going out there to correct them. And inside the house is running crazy. Chaos. Girls now and they mama out because they keep showing these Hollywood shows, Hollywood housewives and all this. All it is are arguing and fighting and the children right in the middle of it. Mother and daughter calling each other bees. Be please. And this is on TV, regular for them to see, so they challenge their parents and honor that mother and that father's gone out the window because of the TV program. Let's get some more.
Verse 37.
Yeah.
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it. And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. He that receiveth you receiveth me. And he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. And whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward.
Y'all see how it started back with understanding a little child, but it's not that. Say a little child full of understanding at this point. And if you give them a drink of water, understanding, that's talking about somebody that may be in the mindset of a child, and you give them the living water. You and likewise will not lose your spot, y'all, because it's about out here trying to get the harvest back together. The laborers are few, y'all. It's plenty sick folk out there need this word. Most of them in your house. Because that's all we hearing. Man, I can't get my auntie, my sister, man, my brother, man, my mother just won't listen. Where all that is, like that inside the house? How you talking about the supervisor and the heathen outside the house and all your chaos where you got to lay your head down there? Start there, don't it?
He said, I will take one of the household and
Yes,
two
sir.
of the family.
Yes, sir.
So your purpose, your labor has to start in your household.
Be a light in your own house.
In your own house.
Before you can go abroad, you
Trying
have
to
to
tell
start
somebody
the gospel in
Yes,
your
sir.
own household.
How you gonna go outside and try to clean up the world and your house dirty? Somebody come in your house, then they have to wipe their feet off so they don't get the city dirty.
But you'll curse out your mama and your family at a pagan feast. But you go out and humble yourself and have long suffering for a cat that you don't even know on the block.
Yes, sir.
Make it make sense.
You can't, right?
You know what, I saw something the other day, and to go back to what you had said before about the mother against the daughter and daughter against the mother. There was this one guy, and he bumped up against his mother. And before I was looking, I was like, how are you going to bust? And before you knew it, the father had already thrown something at him and
Yeah, one of your days will be short, Imam. And we have to truly understand that that's why you have to really try to train your children up, because the script says if you don't do it, I'm going to train them.
Somebody else.
And he said, and my training may mean they may go to sleep permanently.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't want that to happen, you better get them together.
I mean, look at how many children are being murdered in the process of a crime. Like the little boy got murdered breaking in somebody's car. He was 16 years old.
Right.
Dude murdered, flatlined. You know, mom and daddy losing their minds
but he out here doing dirt.
Yeah. At 3
Ain't got
o'clock in
caught.
the morning.
And got caught, and now he's dead.
Hmm.
You know, and he had a gun on him. That's why the man shot him, because he up the gun on him.
Yes, sir.
The
It's
man
terrible.
shot him.
And look, the older boys then told them, you can't get locked up. They're going to just send you to juvenile. Well, they still going to send you to discipline. And you say, okay, give me the money. Yes, sir. So you take the case of an adult. That's what they're doing to children, y'all. And this is what Satan did. To tell a child, you won't go to jail, so you take the crime. See, y'all understand what he's passing to the child? So that child gonna pass it on to somebody else. They can't punish you like they gonna punish me, but they still punishing you.
Right.
And when you go to juvenile, they call this little boy jail, it's some dirty things going on in juvenile. What was that movie, Elisha, where remember they was in juvenile and, what was it? Yeah, you know that one movie where Bad Boys or whatever it was, where the Mexican boy went to jail and,
They raped him.
yeah.
Blood in, blood out?
No, it wasn't that. It was the brothers, the young brothers, Lock Up. It's called Lock Up, where the young lights locked down.
That was the white boy that played in the movie Shawshank Redemption, the guard, the mean guard. He was playing in there as an inmate and had the brother and the little young boy in it. I'll think of it here in a minute.
But if the movie Lock Up is the same. It's about brothers that grew up together.
Yeah.
And they ended up committing a crime or something, or getting railroaded on a crime and went to jail. And it was 3 cats that grew up together. They all 3 went to jail. One of them got turned out because his cellie was a white supremacist.
No, yeah, not that one. Not that one. I ain't talking about that one. This one is called Bad Boys, I believe. But anyway, it showed the violence in juvenile. It's just little boy penitentiary, just getting them ready for the big boy situation. And they telling them, well, your time ain't gonna be as bad as mine. They just gonna send you, you ain't gonna have no record though. But there'll be a record of you split in half. That record gonna be out there on the streets. Let's get some more, y'all. We gotta get caught up. Where we at? Does Zeb go down and finish that out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get another Matthew.
Yeah, we're in Matthew 5 and 9. Just a one-liner. Y'all gonna hit a couple one-liners because we just saw, he said, I'm not bringing peace but a sword. But then verse 9 is saying something so that if people gonna say, well, it sounds hypocritical. No, if you understand the sword that he's bringing.
Right.
It's called truth. It cut 2 ways.
Right.
Forward and backwards. And it's gonna set people at odds against each other.
But it's the word.
But it's the word. Let's get it. 5 and 9, one-liner.
Matthew chapter 5.
And y'all, this is called the Sermon on the Mount. Go ahead.
Blessed are the peacemakers.
Blessed are who?
The peacemakers.
Uh-huh.
For they shall be called the children of Yahweh.
What are they going to be called,
The
Elisha?
children of Yahweh.
Because we still going to be children to our Father.
Yes.
But if you practicing peacemaking, only thing bring peace is the law.
Right.
It's the only way you can have comfort and peace in your home is with the law.
Yes, sir.
Because the law says, love thy neighbor.
Yeah.
Love the Most High thy God with all thy body and soul, and love thy neighbor as thyself. He said, if you perform these 2, then everything else will fall right in place.
Yes, sir.
No problem.
Let's speed it up. 1 Timothy 5, 1 through 8. And we're going to see about the household. And see, most people think the household stops if somebody die off. No, it's just the next person move in position as the patriarch or the matriarch of the family.
Yes.
When one go, the process still continues to work because you got generations coming after you. Y'all, and that's what we have to, if something happened to me, do you know how to take care of the family?
1 Timothy 5.
Have you been put in position to take care of the family? You understand? Mentally.
1 through 8.
Y'all, and a lot of times, your family member, because you wise as a serpent and you understand some things, but they know what you do. They know that old man you used to be. And a lot of times family member call you to be the old man again for their problems. You go over there and be the old man now, they still doing what they doing and you locked up. Yo, that's what we have to be careful of. So The new man have to think spiritually. You have to settle that matter before you get there or before you go over there so you don't ride off in that car. You like, what's the deal going on? Who got a pistol? Okay, call the police. I'm on my way over there. See, and you hate to have to do that, but if you go over there, he gonna get killed and you go to the penitentiary for the rest of your life. What happens to your household now?
Right.
Who gonna take care of your household? You can think you can give orders from the penitentiary now? Boy, we have a collect call from your daddy who locked up for life. Hey boy, I hear you talking back to your mama. Man, miss me with that. And you like, look here, when I get out in 25 to life, I'ma beat your ass. You, come on. How you gonna threaten 25 years away? Boy, ain't that crazy life?
I take my chances on that one.
Yes sir, yes sir.
See you when I see you.
Yeah. Let's get some more, boy. He be angry, rattling them balls, trying to bust out of there like Mighty Joe Young, man.
I get more time.
Boy,
Because now he climbing in there.
y'all, this is what we talking about, y'all. It's hard to put the cart back in front, the horse back in front of the cart. It's a work in progress, y'all. All things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. Meaning that, if you start your household bad, you may not can get it together, but if you keep practicing the law, it's eventually, it's going to fall into place. Y'all understand? Y'all know about that laughing like, where y'all learn how to whisper, in a barn? Let's get some money. Where we at?
You said 110?
Yeah.
5?
Yeah.
1 through 8.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 1.
Yes, sir. And y'all, and what we're talking about once again, the spiritual household, y'all, it ain't flesh ruling. Y'all can stack all the pistols you want, but if your child's not spiritually understanding when he put a weapon in his hand, he got to know the rules of having a weapon in your hand. Let's get some more.
Rebuke not an elder.
Do what?
Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren.
So we get the understanding, it's saying rebuke not elders. Don't cuss out a grown folk in front of everybody else and you younger than they are. What that look like? It says you can reproof an elder. You just can't tell them, look here, there your old ass go again. Don't know what you talking about, always talking. A gray beard of don't know what you talking about. Shut the hell up sometime. No, you can't do that.
I got something for you, you whippersnapper.
Boy, yeah. Go ahead, Kurt.
As mother, the younger as sisters, with all purity.
Did y'all see that mother out there? She was a younger mother, but she wasn't treated with no respect by that mom.
Yeah, no.
Let's get some more.
Honor widows that are widows indeed. But if any widow have children or nephews, let them learn first to show piety at home.
At where?
At home. And to requite their parents. For that is good and acceptable before Yahweh.
So when they say widows, if they got nephews in there, because a widow, she may have a brother, got children, maybe a son, a nephew. They have to learn, okay, her husband has died. I got to be in there. I got to be at least a godson to her because her husband passed away. We're in this household. We got to keep everything tight. I got to be a son to her, y'all. If y'all understand what he's saying, a spiritual godson, like when the Messiah's mother was crying when he was on the cross, and he like, look, mother, don't weep for me. You're going to be good. He said, behold, mother. And he talked about that disciple whom he loved, John, who went to the island of Patmos and recorded the book of Revelation. He said, mother, thy son. And he pointed to John. He's as close to me like I am to you. This is the way John is. He's going to be like that to you. Don't worry about missing a son. And then he said, John, behold, thy mother. Treat her like if it was me. Treat my mama like that. And that's where a true God son and God mother come from, y'all. So that's passed on down there. And that's how it's supposed to be, so it takes away the grief. Mother, I know you're going to miss me personally, but look, this friend of mine gonna step in and it's almost gonna be like I'm there. Let's get some more.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
Now she that is a widow indeed
Uh-huh.
and desolate
Uh-huh.
trusted in Yahweh and continueth in supplications and prayers night and day.
And see, it says a widow indeed, so she's not a black widow. She ain't put antifreeze in his coffee. He like, awful sweet this morning, dear. What kind of honey is that? It tastes sweet. And why does it have that green color to it? It's agave.
You about to turn green.
Yes, sir. See, we're talking about a widow indeed, and made herself a widow. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You know, because y'all been seeing them videos where the woman actually hired a hit man. They had this one and they showed a picture. They faked his death and showed to her. She, they crying. They're like, look at her sitting up here, just putting on a show. And then when he walked through the door, boy, look there.
She's like,
Oh, you talking about? They like, yeah, we got you. You're not a widow indeed. You're a black widow.
yeah, wanna be.
Let's get some. Go ahead.
But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth.
Uh-huh.
And these things give in charge that they may be blameless.
That they may be what?
Blameless.
Uh-huh.
But if any provide not for his own, and especially for his own, especially those of his own house, he hath denied the faith.
What has he done?
Denied the faith,
Uh-huh.
and is worse than an infidel.
And y'all read the rest of that, but y'all, this is what it's talking about. You worse than an infidel. An infidel is a traitor and a backstabber. See, the OJ is backstabber. You understand clearly. Let's get some more.
So last question.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you were reading that, the thought that came to mind was, Yeshua actually made a will for his mother. If he said, this is your mother.
Well, yeah, he put in God. It's to ease the pain because he said, I got to go this way. But she's saying, I'm childless now. You know, because even though Joseph had two brothers, you see a lot of time the brothers of Jesus, those was Joseph's son.
Right.
So we have to understand that. So they really didn't follow the way as much. But what he wanted was somebody with the same heart like he had. John, it said, laid in the Messiah's bosom. It wasn't laying in there like no. It means he was just close to him, understanding things. So that's why he wrote the book of Revelation. That was that John, not John the Baptist.
Right.
So when we understand that clearly, that somebody you know that will look out for your mother and your parents, you say, hey man, anything happen to me, man, look out for my peeps.
Right.
Y'all understand that? Like Jonathan asked David. I know.
When that, the said, his nurse dropped him when he was little, he was laying on his feet.
Well, yeah, a nurse dropped him or something. He fell off a porch or something, and he broke his ankle. So his ankle was bad. He had to wear them, them handicap shoes children wear with them bars on the side of them, white Al Greens with them rods on the side. Yes, sir.
Holy shoes and kept it.
Yeah, they hard, boy. And boy, have them stomping like Frankenstein, but they walking. Let's get some more. What's that? Bad Boys. That's it. Bad Boys got what's his name right there? Sean Penn. And the Mexican guy right there.
Oh yeah.
If y'all see that, that's supposed to y'all. That's supposed to be that's supposed to be Juvenile. When y'all see that movie, y'all gonna understand what they're doing to them children by telling them, you take the case for me. Well, this is what they gonna face. Juvenile ain't no cakewalk. Let's get some more. Psalm 127.
There we go.
You got that Proverbs 30.
Yes, sir. We got it coming up. Like Sirach 30 as well.
Psalms what?
Psalms 127. Y'all, and this is why we're saying we have to have spiritual understanding if the Most High don't build a house. And how you gonna know it, y'all, if the Most High is the head of your household? All the family members that get into trouble or there's trouble, they're gonna always call you. Not saying don't go and fix the situation, but don't go and get yourself in trouble. Because then they just using you. They ain't using you for the knowledge. They just using you to get out of trouble. So ain't nobody acknowledging their iniquities then. It's just mounting up more.
I had to leave St. Louis for 17 years for my family to stop doing that to me.
Yes, sir.
But
Boaz, they over here. You got to get over here,
Boaz.
Boaz.
Running like a dummy.
There you go. Who is it? Where they at? Point them out.
Now I'm in the world news.
Boy, look here in the world. Let's get some more.
More news. Oh, it's on me.
Yeah, Psalm 127.
Psalms 127 with the Most High. Look at me, like I was praying. My bad. Psalms 127. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it.
What they do again?
They labor in vain that build it.
Except the Lord build a house. He has to be the head of that household. He's the heavenly Father. Ain't nobody above him. Except he build it unless his instructions are there. Y'all, that's why we sitting in these rooms today. Our parents didn't know they was Israel, but they said certain laws that got us to the point that where we now were able to be sitting in here. Don't call her if you done that crime. Don't go out there and do that crime. Don't have nobody in my house when I ain't here. Y'all, all of those, even though they didn't know, they were the laws of nature that made you always honor your mother and your father.
That build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrow.
To eat the bread of what?
To eat the bread of sorrow. For so he giveth his beloved sleep. Lo, children are an heritage of the Most High, and the fruit of the womb is his reward.
Yo, that's what children are. So we have to always keep that in mind. If we get them or we let them get out of line of this, it's going to be a problem. Because then the child becomes your parent. Let's get some more.
As arrows are in the hand of the mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that has his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate.
So it said, happy is a man to have a lot of children, but there's a flip side to y'all. That's what we want to tell y'all. There's always a flip side. See, these maniacs out here that running that polygamy game and stuff, they just say, just make all the babies you can.
We building a kingdom.
You know, we building a kingdom. We gonna swivel our hips into 144,000. But you're bringing in ungodliness with even that thought process, because it didn't work out for Gideon, who had 70 sons. And he had one outside son that killed all 69 of the other ones. So he's still alive and he watched 69, 70, and then that outside one got put to death. He watched 70 of his children get put to death, and then you'll have men running that scripture. See, he couldn't have had 70 children if he didn't have multiple wives. So you don't look at the end game.
No.
You just looking at the middle game, the fun.
The lust.
The lust of it, but you don't see 70 funerals that a man had to go to. What you got over there, see?
There one son outside of the nation.
Is that what?
One son that killed the rest of them was the outside of the nation.
No, he just had outside woman. That's what it was. See, the other one said, we know who our daddy is. They say you my daddy's son, but we don't believe it. Using outside. It's like you the only one standing over there at the family reunion. Come on over here with your real sisters and brothers. That's a problem. All y'all real sisters and brothers. What they gonna do to him now? He walking over there like he's an outsider. Let's get some more, y'all. We're gonna come back to the Ephesians 4. I want to get right to that. I'm gonna come back to that Sirach 6. No, that's right. Hold on. Let me. I'm trying to cut through without. I tell you what. Let's just run that Ephesians 6 and 4. We may come back to that Ephesians 4, 1 through 15. Very powerful there. But we need to get into the training of the child. Ephesians 6 and 4. And then we're going to run a couple of the Sirach, y'all. We got some good time. Won't do much talking while we're going through it. What's happening? What they laugh at, Op Wayne?
It was an inside joke.
Yeah.
I don't think it's inside. I think the whole world know that.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath.
Do what?
Provoke not your children to wrath,
Uh-huh.
but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Most High.
So
Go
what?
back at 1, bro. Can you go back up?
You want to go back up? Okay, go ahead, bro.
Go
Yeah.
there. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Children, obey your parents in the Lord.
Do what? Obey your parents.
in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise,
Yeah.
that it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath.
See, you can't provoke them to wrath. It's a different chastise them in the house. If you chastise them and break them down and they cower down, they start, as soon as they see you, they piss on themselves, then he can't protect the house when you're gone. Because all he have to do is hear another roar like that and the pissing start.
And it breaks his confidence.
It breaks his confidence. You take all of his self-esteem away. You should do it as one thing to chastise him, but you can't break him down to the point that where he fear you and he just starts, y'all, you're not turning him into a soldier. Let's get some more. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sirach 4:28-31, and this is just another about being a lion in the house. That don't mean run your house, but a man shouldn't have to say nothing, because most mothers, they nurture up the child, but if they get out of line, all they have to say is, when your daddy get home, I'm going to tell him what you did.
Right.
That's all they have to say. They don't have to say no more words.
Man, my mom said,
I'm going to get you then, I'm going to tell him what you did, and you're going to get another.
No, she said.
Oh, you going to tell him. You going to tell him. Yes, sir.
Me tell him.
Yes, sir. Tell him what you did.
No, she say, your son got something you want to tell.
Uh-oh, boy, look here.
You didn't
Got
say
something
nothing what
he
you
want to
was gonna
tell.
Try to get your words out before you got on.
Sirach 4:28, y'all. Elisha, I feel you on that. But look, y'all, while we in that Sirach 4, just back it up to verse 10.
Yeah.
So, and y'all, this is because a lot of times marriage, sometimes you get a widow that has children and she get remarried, then the father, the new husband takes on a package deal.
Yeah.
So a lot of times if the mother done raised the child right, there'll be no problem for the stepdad.
Right.
Because she gonna have him, he ain't gonna have to lay a hand on him. They gonna get it in check. He ain't gonna never have to worry about that. Usually he have to get her off of him. But let's just read this Sirach 4:10, then we're going to jump down to verse 28. What 4 and 10 say?
Sirach chapter 4,
Do
verse
9
10.
and 10.
Sirach chapter 4, verse 9. Deliver him that suffereth wrong from the hand of the oppressor. Be not faint-hearted when thou sittest in judgment.
Yes, sir.
Be as a father unto the fatherless.
And who we just read, the fathers, the widows and the fathers don't have a father in the home. The mother don't have a husband. Go ahead.
Be as a father unto the fatherless, and instead of a husband unto the mother, so shalt thou be as the son of the Most High, and he shall love thee more than thy mother
Than
doth.
thy mother do. He say, if you accept the package deal and be more of a father to them than you worried about being a husband to her, because all you want to do is get in her pants. What about the children?
Right.
And how men know if a single woman had a child and y'all finna go out, where the baby at? Oh, I dropped them off around the corner. So drop them off. So you have to start thinking then, is this what I want? Because when I come and say, where my son at? I dropped him off somewhere so I can go on a date. Y'all have to understand then, and then you produce seed with that. Guess where your child gonna be?
Dropped off.
Dropped off. No, And what these men are teaching now is not a package deal. Send the children away. Send them back somewhere else. They don't want responsibility of their own. You know they don't want the responsibility of nobody else's. But yet women are send their children away to go and be a silly woman and lay up. And then there's 10 other women there. All the children have been gave away. And now y'all got become children again and calling him daddy. Yes, daddy. Let's get some more, y'all. And they think they cool word. Yeah, she called me daddy. Sirach 4:28.
I'm going to start at 27.
Yes, sir.
Sirach chapter 4, verse 27.
What it say?
Make not thyself an underling to a foolish man, neither accept the persons of the mighty.
So that's what people are telling. Don't you be a fool for Trump. See, he causing everybody backstabbers now. But Lindsey Graham don't care. He like, you can use me like a $2 garden tool. I don't care as long as I get a few crumbs. I don't care what you say.
Break the handle off.
Yes, you can be the king and dictator. Am I part of the assembly? Lindsey Graham do not care.
$2 garden tool. He's going to be broke out.
Yes.
Boy, Trump say jump. He say, ha, Mr. Trump. Let's get some more.
Verse 28.
Yeah.
Strive for the truth unto death.
How long we got to strive?
Unto death. And the Lord shall fight for thee. Be not hasty in thy tongue, and in thy deeds slack and remit.
Yeah.
Be not as a lion in thy house, nor frantic among thy servants.
And that's what it means. Once again, don't have in your house all they hear is hooting and hollering. Hooting and hollering. And you cuss out all your servants too. Get over here, you ugly, I told you. And they running and they scared. How you gonna have a servant like that? What you got, Yvonne?
Then how is it that he can tell someone don't obey the laws? He told the soldiers if they disobeyed him, they should be reported, they should be killed.
Well, yeah, he says it's treason. There's a fine line with that as well, though. He is the president. But there's a fine line with treason if it breaks Constitution, because that's their rule book. So they're saying no matter who at the top of the chain, if they break their rule book, then you can go against them. That's why when the naysayers come at us and say our Father breaks his own laws, you got to be able to stand in position to challenge that, because there's nowhere in the Bible that God breaks his own rules.
Thank you.
He don't tempt, and he don't tempt any man with evil. Ain't that what we said in the Lord's Prayer?
Yes.
And lead us not into temptation, but to do what from evil?
Deliver us.
So he don't do that. So you have to be able to defend that when somebody bring up something to you like our Most High is breaking his own commandments. He don't do that. Then there can be no judgment day if he did that. How you gonna judge you and he breaking his own laws? And it's still in this land, when they finally catch the people, they punish them. But it'd be hard to catch them because they got an old boy system that they have to get through.
Yeah.
Let's get some more.
And then she turned around and said,
Sirach 30, yeah. Sirach 16. Go ahead, Imam.
and then she turned around.
Well, that's when the law say we'll find out if he mean it or not. We got rules to see if he meant it. And that's what the Most High got. We have to check the rules and see if they mean what they doing. Because we'll try to lie our way out of anything. See, what happened was, ain't that first how it started?
That's how the line started. Yeah.
Chapter 16, verse 1.
What is Sirach?
Yeah. And we're going 1 through 6, and then we're going to jump right into Sirach 30. Y'all, then we're going to give a case study on the father and son situation of very famous individuals in Israel. So it ain't just limited to bad behavior, y'all, because I said it's on every side of the coin. The parents could do something and cause the children to fall into condemnation. Then we get a little Ezekiel 16 and say if a son watch his father do wickedness and he turn his heart away from it, that wickedness won't touch him. Right. Even though your daddy out of control. And see, that's why mothers have to be careful they don't keep saying, you ain't going to be done.
Like your daddy.
You gonna be just like your daddy. He ain't dumb.
So you like dumb? Cause you was with my
Yeah, boy, look here, boy. You better not say it, boy. Look here. Boy, this should slap the dog out of you. Then she'll let you know you too big for your britches at that point, and you rubbing jaw, feeling like stinging like 1,000 bumblebees and got at you. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 16, verse 1.
Right.
Desire not a
Do
multitude,
what?
desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons.
So you just can't be making them just to make them. You have to be in their life. They have to know who you are. Don't mean you have to stay with the mother or be around the point or whatever, but if they say, who's your father? This is my daddy's name. They have to be able to say that. Then that means you've been in their life. They know who you are, and they call you their father. But if it's unprofitable, when you ask about who their daddy is, they're going to say some bad words about it. My mama say he ain't dumb, he a rolling stone. My mama say this about him. But children love their parents. And no matter what one say about the other one, if you right in your child's life, and when they see you, their eyes light up, ain't nothing neither parent can say that's going to break that.
That's right.
Let's get some more.
You know, Brother Dean?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna stop. A baby, when they see their father, their eyes would glow. And that's the first word they say is, Dada.
If he does. You got to be careful he don't call the doctor that. Oh, this who gonna be whooping my ass? No. Dada? No, that ain't him.
I ain't your dad.
Yeah. Did I have to slap you to keep from kicking me? No, we just had, but Emo, yes ma'am, and that's what it's supposed to be, that they see that. Let's get some more of this, go ahead.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
Though they multiply.
Though they what?
Though they multiply. Rejoice not in them, except the fear of the Lord be with them.
Except the fear of the Lord be with them. Y'all, that's what I'm saying. When they know what my daddy believes, I don't care if they 10,000 miles away, they know what their father believes, and they'll call him, Daddy, what should I do about this situation? Over here. Y'all, because we in a situation, we came up in a captivity that they take your children from them and send them to a whole nother city and the plantation. Y'all, now we had no might in our hands in them days, so it's no excuse for us not to have them and not let them know who you are. Especially because they may find their brother and have knowing with their own brother if they don't each know who their father is. Y'all understand what we saying? That can happen easy, y'all. Let's get some more. Sirach.
Chapter 16, verse 3.
Verse 16, verse what?
Verse 3.
Okay.
Trust not thou in their light, neither respect their multitude. For one that is just is better than 1,000. And better is it to die without children than to have them that are ungodly.
Y'all see that? It's better that you just be a godparent. Let's get some more.
For by one that has understanding shall the city be replenished, but the kindred of the wicked shall speedily become desolate. Many such things have I seen with mine eyes, and mine ear has heard greater things than these. In the congregation of the ungodly shall a fire be kindled, and in the rebellious nation wrath is set on fire.
Yes, sir.
He was not pacified toward the old giants who fell away in the strength of their foolishness. Neither spared he the place where Lot sojourned, but abhorred them for their pride.
So y'all see that, it's clear. Y'all read the rest of that, y'all. It's going to get even clearer in him talking about, and he's talking about his children. Y'all going to No. Okay. He's talking about his children. Y'all saw that in heaven. The Most High had to throw out one of his angels that he called his sons. Like in Job 38, the sons of God shouted for joy when they seen the earth restored. Those are the angels, those are the sons of God, but they're not the son of God. Let's read some more. We finished that.
Yeah.
Let's get right to Sirach 30. Yeah, Sirach 30, yeah. We're going to run this a little bit. And then we'll get into the... And y'all, the rod of correction ain't always physical. If you can talk sense into somebody, ain't that good?
Yeah, that's correct. That's even better.
Let's get it, y'all. Sirach 30 and 1.
Sirach chapter 30, verse 1. He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end.
That he may do what?
Have joy of him in the end.
Boy, that's what you'll have, because the joy will be a child, I tell you. You know, when you used to put that strap on me, I didn't understand it then. But I sure understand it now, and I thank you for strapping it up like that.
Strapping it up.
Shalom, y'all go?
Yeah, we going.
Y'all be careful out there. Watch the devil, bro.
That's right, man.
Yes, sir. Shalom, nephew. You ain't got no movies with you?
You got some.
Okay, yes, sir.
Hey, time to take advantage of Jacob tonight, y'all.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Let's get it.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
He that chasteneth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance.
Yes, sir. Among his who?
Acquaintance. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Though his father die.
Though his father what?
Die. Yet he is as though he were not dead. For he hath left one behind him that is like himself.
Just like himself. So y'all, it ain't like the father never died because his son pick it right up. Boy, you just like your dad, and somebody tell you that. You just don't want to tell them that if they crazy.
Right.
Don't be like your dad.
Daddy, yeah. Let's get some more.
While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him. And when he died, he was not sorrowful. He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends. He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry.
And y'all, this is what it's saying, y'all. You can't spoil your child. You know, it's like every time you get in trouble, you there to get him out, y'all, and that's almost automatic, y'all.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta let
But
them
sometimes you got to let them, as the old heads say, bump their head.
Yep.
You know, you try to be there, but no, I can't put the house up and you did that. No, you're going to have to sit up in there. But we cannot make excuses for them when they do or try to cover their tracks. That's going to be a problem, because if you get locked up, then you ain't be able to help nobody else, not even him at the next point when he do what he do. He done took the power out of your hands, because now you got to fight for your freedom again.
Right. And that goes for the women that coddle their
Yeah.
children and everything. They want to baby them and
Yeah.
do everything. You got to let them go. Take your hands
Don't
from
sit
around
together.
them and
Be
let them
careful
bump
out
their
there.
heads and
Yes, sir.
experience.
And tell them I got your back, and hope they fall into the prodigal son situation, that they come back
Now,
home.
that's where that constant prayer.
Yes, sir. Constant prayer life.
Takes it.
Go ahead. Verse 4. No, you had
Verse 5.
verse.
5.
Yeah.
No, 6.
Yeah.
He left behind him at, no, 7.
Yeah.
7. No, man.
8.
You said finger?
Yeah.
Put your finger on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You for real, boy.
Yeah.
All right. 8. And horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful.
Y'all, so they're children. You can't leave them to themselves. They're going to be curious. And they start early. You'll see a child finna do something like have something finna stick in a socket, but he look back at you and see if you looking.
Exactly.
He's aware of that's her hand popping.
Yes.
But why is he still looking for?
Yeah.
You to see if you watch it.
Yep.
And that's when you grab that hand and set it on fire. You're like, oh, you wanted this. Told you that was going to be hot. Now we're going to get it more hotter.
That's how you do it.
Let's get some more.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
Before you read verse 9, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Change the subject. Lonely servant asks, why do so many men hide the truth about how many children they might possibly have in the world?
Because
they hide it from the other children. Just looking for y'all input.
It's just sport at that point.
Yeah.
See, and then sometimes they like, well, she was with Willie Earl too high, I know it's mine. See, it's a lot of that. So then we have to start back again that we got to get it clear to the mother which one of them is the conceiver. You understand what I'm saying? So it just starts to go downhill after that point.
Yeah.
But if it start off wrong gonna have to be corrected and made back right. What you got on there?
There's many reasons though behind it.
Yeah.
And again, some of them, like you said, they doing it for sport.
For sport.
I know some brothers younger than me. Oh, I got 21 children.
21 children. So be careful out there.
Shalom, I'm
Right.
I got 18 children. I got 2 football teams.
Yeah, and I'm talking about it's sport.
Yep. And I just say he just was nasty.
It's just what it is.
sloppy.
You know, you just free willing and throwing it on the crap table.
Yeah.
Let's get some more.
But then when you have a situation like that, then he obviously no good because he ain't taking care of none.
Yes, sir.
So why would you want to get with him? Don't get with him.
And you know what, another thing, I was reading somewhere, where the scripture talks about with men that are like that spread their seed like that. What is it that there was something about, but what I got out of it was that they get sexual disease, for the lack of
Oh yeah. Well, that's coming with the territory. That's just called wilding out or raw dogging.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of children come from raw dogging. And see, and that's why there's a curse to say, how I know it's mine, when you should be saying, it better be mine.
Right.
See, if you ask how I know it's mine, then you know that it's not only you.
Right.
Let's get some more.
That's sport in itself.
Yes, sir.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
Conquer thy child,
Uh-huh.
and he shall make thee afraid.
Conquer means the spoiler. You know, cry with him, you know, always making an excuse for him. He just this, let him alone. Now he just did. You're conquering a child.
Yeah.
Every time he do wrong, you clean up his wounds for him.
You always got an excuse for all his wrongdoing.
Yes, sir.
He'll never learn right.
Thank you,
Go ahead, Les.
not even when they get pictures.
Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
Play with him. You can't play with a child like y'all the same age. You have to keep that father and child line separate, mother and child line separate, so that they don't break your responsibility because they have a commandment to the Most High. If you play with them and play games with them, you keep saying, all right now, and they like, man, miss me with that. That's playing with them. You done got to the point that where they have zero respect.
Right.
Thank you.
At one point, we used to talk about, man, white children talk back to their parents. And you know, that was something for us. Man, that was like, man, the wolf man, wasn't it? That was a curse, but now we beat them at it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, because they call these girls that cool talk, oh, be pleased. You calling your mama that?
Yeah, man, I done heard.
Y'all at the same, and then she trying to go out clubbing with you. She
Crazy.
pursing up her lip for somebody the age of you.
Crazy.
You in competition now with your daughter for a man her age. What are you doing out there at that age doing this?
No, you know what?
You trying to be up in them club popping bottles and you know it's way past your bedtime.
Man, I'm
It's
saying,
10 minutes to 9 p.m. and you out there nodding and falling out and dressed and came up. You don't know what's going on.
no, I'm seeing sisters my age and older getting face tattoos.
Oh, boy, come on.
Tattoos on their face and heads, man. My age and older.
Them baby hair curls and you 65.
65
70 in my age.
Them baby hair curls, who you trying to fool right here that
They self and everybody else.
that ain't Grecian formula down there and turn that to a different color. We gonna move on, y'all. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's move on.
Verse 10 again.
10. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end.
Yeah.
Give him no liberty in his youth, and weep not at his folly.
Yes, sir.
Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn, and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart.
Yes, sir.
Chastise thy son, and hold him to labor.
What you got to hold him to?
Labor.
Uh-huh.
Lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee.
See, so what you got to do is do what you do. Look, I tell you what, you
Put in
better
work.
go out there and rake all them leaves up.
Yep.
So he know why he's raking up the leaves like that in anger. Get them all up. Better not see one down. But they blowing from next door. Get them all up.
Better get him.
You better devise a plan.
Yeah, yes, sir. Let's get some more.
14.
Yeah.
Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution
Uh-huh.
than a rich man that is afflicted in his body.
So y'all can, the rest of that kind of then moves into that,
Yeah.
you know, of how much well-being is. You can have $1 million if you sick. It ain't doing you no good.
Right.
You just rich in pajamas. Because that's what you're going to be in all the time. Let's speed it up a little bit. Proverbs 22. And then, y'all, we're going to hit a couple of law. We got a good half hour, y'all. We're going to close on out of here. Thought Nat Turner was going to be here. Yeah, he said he was needed some wheels to get down here.
What's going on with the wheel? You down?
She had
the
a
car.
parade.
Yeah, the
Cause they was here getting ready for parade.
Yes, sir. The shorties, you know, they got to do a
Freedom
dance. Freedom dance.
I mean, what?
Yeah, they got they gonna be at the parade downtown.
Yeah. I think the thing.
No, these.
Gotta get in before it get dark, I can't see.
Oh, yeah, get over there, because you know it's gonna be dark in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be dark at 5.
22. Proverbs 22 and what?
16,
16.
is that word? No, 6 through 15.
Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 16.
Yes, sir.
He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want.
6, you want to start at 6.
Yeah. 22 and 6, right?
Yeah.
Through 15.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
16. Somebody say 16, that's why.
He said it at first, didn't change it.
Okay, all right. 22 and 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
So y'all see what it say, and when he is old, he won't depart from this. How long it lasts, even when he go old, because it say the truth have to last for till you dead. You
Yes,
have to seek the truth till you dead. So when they get old, they still seek the truth, and then you can have a peace of mind if you gather your feet in the bed and your children are around you.
But
They
the thing
understand the
is,
law.
and I'm gonna tell you something from my experience of coming from a good foundation and going rogue.
Yeah,
When you have a good foundation and you know how to come back, I mean, the child will know how to find this. They know how to get back.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's like shame.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. Shame will kick in.
yeah.
Because a good foundation, you start to realize that you're damaging your family's name.
Yeah.
And my dad and my mom had a damn good name in
Yes, sir.
the community. And I knew at a certain point, that's how I changed, because I became so shameful and embarrassed in my actions.
Yes, sir.
That they were so contrary to how I was raised.
Yeah.
And anybody that saw me and saw that I was complete opposite of what they knew me as a child,
Yes, sir.
they like, it's like the wagging of the head. Like,
Boy,
damn, this little bit.
that can't be
you
him.
out of control. I
Boy,
can't
your
believe
daddy.
Right, and so when I had a PO, I had to go to my parole officer. My mom's best friend was seated at the front desk. And man, having to
What
open
she
that door
looked
and
at you,
see
boy.
her, man, I closed the door. I almost missed my first PO
Boy.
appointment because she's sitting right there.
Boy,
and
you
I had to
like
go in there and look her dead in the face. And the first thing she going, what the hell are you
You
doing
doing
here?
her. She like, you know better.
What are you doing here?
What you got back there, Shamal?
I'm Sirach 4 and 21.
Yeah.
For there is a shame that bringeth sin, and there is a shame that bringeth glory.
That do what? Read that last part.
which is glory and grace.
Yes, sir. And that means like a shamefaced.
Yeah, so
You know,
that
when you
shame brought me
respect
back
your
to
father.
my,
Absolutely, brother.
Brought me back to my foundation.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying? I realized I can't keep living my life like this.
No.
And then running into my parents, friends, and people that know me.
And you
know
worried
my
about,
upbringing.
and you know they gonna call him. Lord have mercy. What
You
the
know,
guy
even
did
though my
this?
mom was gone, my dad was still around.
Yeah.
So my whole mission became because the shame was really my mom dying and I just got out of jail. And wasn't able to make it up to her, apologize, or show her shame.
Oh, boy.
So my mission became showing my father that.
Yes, sir. So you didn't fall into survivor's remorse.
Right. And so
No.
he got to see, he was able to die peacefully knowing
Yeah.
that I had changed, I had got back to my foundation.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, bro. And y'all, that's what we talking about, coming back full circle. Getting all that prodigal son out of you. Let's get some more. Yeah, verse 10, license.
10. Cass. No, he that hath a bountiful eye.
Yeah, verse 7?
7.
Yeah.
The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is a servant to the lender.
Uh-huh.
He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity,
Uh-huh.
and the rod of his anger shall fail. He that hath a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor.
Yes, sir.
Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out.
Y'all see that? Somebody always talking noise, cast them out. It's as simple as that. Get rid of the troublemaker.
Yep.
Get some more.
Yeah, strife and reproach shall cease. He that loveth pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips the king shall be his friend. The eyes of the Most High preserveth knowledge, and he overthroweth the words of the transgressor. The slothful man said, there is a lion without, I shall be slain. Of a strange woman is a deep pit. He that is abhorred of the Lord shall fall therein.
Yes, sir.
Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
Yes, it will. Let's hit this next one. The rod of
Drive
correction.
it right on up out of there.
Yes, sir. It drive it away, y'all, because the demons don't like that rod. And that's what's controlling them, so they feel the licks too. But they'll burn out quick and leave you holding the bag.
Or holding your butt.
Boy, holding, yeah, you're rear in. Let's get some more, y'all. Real quick, y'all. We're going to go to law on this. Exodus 23:2.
Dan, let me get this Proverbs 30 real quick.
Oh, go ahead, Liza. Go ahead.
Since we in
Yes, since we're in Proverbs. Proverbs 30.
Proverbs 30 and 11.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, right here, y'all, another one to add to it, because that's what we got now.
Proverbs chapter 30, verse 11.
What it say, Liza?
There is a generation that curseth their father and doth not bless their mother. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes,
Uh-huh.
and yet is not washed from their filthiness.
And not washed from their filthiness.
There is a generation, oh how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up.
Yeah.
See them big old fanned up to those girls' eyes? Eyelids are lifted up. There is a generation whose
Boy, you
teeth,
getting old. Go ahead.
verse 14, there is a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth as knives, to devour the poor from off the earth, and the needy from among men. The horse leech had 2 daughters, crying, give, give. There are 3 things that are never satisfied. Yea, 4 things say not, it is enough. The grave and the barren womb, the earth that is not filled with water, and the fire that saith not, it is enough.
Boy. Y'all, we talking about what's going to be here, and we got to get geared up for that.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, when you a soldier, you able to handle these darts that come from everywhere. Y'all, but we got to know our armor. And our armor is to study to show yourself approved.
Yes, sir.
Darts won't have a way of getting in. They like he got that spiritual bulletproof vest on again.
Yeah.
We can't penetrate. Let's get this 23, Exodus
Let me get
23.
this last verse.
Go ahead, Les.
Verse 17.
Yeah.
The eye that mocketh at his father and despiseth to obey his mother.
Oh.
The ravens of the valley shall pick it out, and the young eagles shall eat it.
So that's it. You get your eyes picked out. See, that'll disrespect their father like Ham did.
Let me read this one real quick.
Getting off the ark. Go ahead.
Proverbs 20 and 20.
Yeah.
Whoso curses his father or his mother, his lamp shall be put out in obscure darkness.
Y'all, and we've heard individuals with that spirit on them that they'll cuss their mama out. Then you know, if a woman see that, why would she get with you under any circumstances? Right. If you treat what birthed you like that, what you gonna do to me?
Right.
I don't stand a chance. This your mama?
No.
You just call your daddy a B-A-N and your mama a garden tool?
Stop.
Let's get some more. Exodus 23, 1 and 2. We're going to speed this up, y'all. We got 15 minutes. 15, Emo. Huh? Who time is that? Let's get that. Exodus 23, 1 and 2.
Exodus chapter 23, verse 1.
Yeah, and y'all, now we're talking about what children to do. You have to keep them from following mobs or getting themselves in trouble because everybody is running that way, like they riot and different things. When protests happen, you can't start getting into it and running in Family Dollar and stealing it, throwing bricks through windows, y'all, because once that spirit get on everybody, you can't control it at that point. That spirit is so powerful. Let me tell you how powerful that spirit is. Frankenstein, when they made that monster, was tormenting everybody. That mob got together and got some fire. And one of them stuck it in Frankenstein's rear end and he took off and that mob was chasing him and he was looking back running. That's how you know how powerful a mob is. When they chase a monster off and they got them fires and torches, Frankenstein said, I done bit off more than I could chew here. I got to get the hell out of here. Frankenstein was running in them concrete boots, boy, faster than Usain Bolt. And that mob was right behind. Let's get some more of this. Go ahead, bro. Mob activity, y'all. Don't be involved with it. Go ahead. That's why the Most High sent us out by twos, at the most 3. Y'all can't go out like no mob. Let's get some more. Y'all chase mobs away. Don't one run off 10,000 and 2 run off 20,000. Y'all chasing mobs away. Y'all can't be a part of them. These camps out here have mobs on street corner, 10, 15 men out there. You can take a whole city if you divide them into 2 and go house to house. Why you got 20 of them in front of the service station? Who hearing you? You just hollered at people that the yellow light on. They trying to get that gas before it run out. Let's get some more. Go ahead, brother.
Exodus 23 and 1.
Yes, sir.
Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness.
Y'all see that? Don't be burnt or giving free cases. Cause somebody gonna reward you. Man, if you be with me, I'll make you take care. That's what Trump doing to everybody. Yep. I'll get you out of jail. Just be loyal to me. And now he facing jail. Y'all understand what I'm saying? He got to fight his battle. Then finally get to you. Let's get some more.
I got a second witness to that. Psalms chapter 35, verse 11 and 12.
What it say?
False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. They rewarded me evil for good,
yes,
the
sir.
spoiling of my soul.
And that's what the Pharisees was doing to the Messiah. They actually drummed up 2 witnesses to try to stay in line, but they was false witnesses. He said this, he said that. Jezebel, 2 of them, and drummed up false prophets because everybody knew the law said 2 witnesses.
Right.
The fact you have to just get through and see if they're false witnesses. like this nation does.
The two wicked elders had false witnesses.
Yes, sir. Yes, they
Couldn't
did.
even get the story right.
Verse 2, y'all.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
You should do what? Let's read that again.
Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest judgment.
So you can't do that. Just follow mom. Where they going? Oh, they say it's going to be over here. There you go in the midst of it. Where they going? You idle-minded because ain't no word. They say they finna shut down Highway 40. You out there and they say, okay, y'all want to block the highway? I tell you what, we starting with everybody that's on papers or got a warrant. Pew! It's 2 people left out there. You gonna follow them? It's a Friday. It ain't no judge till Monday. What you out there for? Protesting about what? Let's get some more, y'all. Deuteronomy 21. Yeah, we got 11 minutes. Yeah. Huh? What's that? Let's get it, y'all. Deuteronomy 21:18.
Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 18.
How we looking, y'all? Y'all there? Y'all, and it's these laws are laid out, y'all. They're not hard to understand, and they start off with an if. It's not for everybody. It's just saying if, and if is, you know what I'm saying, Elijah. It may not be factual, but it's just saying if it is, this how you got to deal with this. Ain't no other way around it. And then you won't be hollering, my baby, Lord have mercy, my baby. It's one thing to holler that if something just happenstance. But hollering my baby and he got killed in robbery because we got something called dying in your sins. You don't want to show a judgment that you got put down committing a crime. It's going to be rough at judgment day. I'm not saying the Most High won't have mercy, but it's going to be rough because you ain't had a chance to repent. Right. Let's get some more.
Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 18.
Yeah.
If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him will not hearken unto them.
So they done did all what they can do, ain't it? They say we done did everything. Go ahead.
Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city and unto the gates of his place.
Yeah.
And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this is our son, this is our son. This our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard.
So this son got out of control, still living at home, eating up everything and drinking up everything in sight. And telling them, shut up, miss me with that, mom and daddy. She's almost like, what's the movie when Samuel L. Jackson played the Dauphin and Halle Berry was his girlfriend? Jungle Fever. Y'all see what was happening with that? Mama trying to protect her from the daddy. He like, no. Then he steal the TV. Go ahead.
Verse 21.
Yeah.
And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones. That he died.
That he what?
That he died. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. And if a man have committed a sin worthy of death, and he be to be put to death, and thou hang him on a tree, his body shall not remain all night upon the tree, but thou shalt in any wise bury him that day. For he that is hanged is a curse of God, that thy land be not defiled, and the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Which Lord?
Which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance.
Absolutely. So y'all, let's keep it moving. We're just going to read one in Ezekiel 18, just a certain one, because y'all were talking about rebellious sons or rebellious daughter. And then when we get into Y'all read 1 Corinthians 7 as well. It's going to talk about a daughter. You have to be careful with a daughter. A daughter is even, you got to keep her even closer.
Close, please.
Because you don't want nobody pointing at your daughter like this. That's her right there. They say her initials is THOT. Ezekiel 18. Just make sure about verse 9. Just going to get right to the heart of it because I just want to run this these last 6 minutes and 87 seconds of this study.
You just had to go there.
What?
Who said 87 seconds?
In the chest and then you can count down for
Y'all, we got to get to it today, though. Y'all, we just Ezekiel 18, and we're gonna just right there after the rebellious son. Y'all, I'll tell you what, read 1 because just a proverb we ain't gonna be able to say no more. 1 through 3.
Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 1. The word of the Lord came unto me again, saying, What mean ye that ye use this proverb concerning the land of Israel, saying, The fathers have eaten sour grapes, and the children's teeth are set on edge. As I live, says the Lord God, ye shall not have occasion any more to use this proverb in Israel.
What does Most High say in this next verse?
Behold, all souls are mine. As the soul of the Father, so also the soul of the Son is mine. The soul that sinneth, it shall die.
So it shall die. Y'all read the rest of that, but we're going to get right down to verse 14.
Verse 14. Now lo, if he begat a son.
I tell you what, back it up to 10, if you will. I'm sorry.
Verse 10.
Yeah.
If he begat a son that is a robber.
That a son that's a what?
That is a robber. A shedder of blood, and that doeth the like of any one of these things, and that doeth any of those duties, but even hath eaten upon the mountain wife, hath oppressed the poor and needy, hath spoiled by violence, hath not restored the pledge, and hath lifted up his eyes to the idols, hath committed abomination, hath given forth upon usury, and hath taken increase. Shall he then live?
No, this is a rotten. Let's see what it's going to say, what he get.
He shall not live. He has done all these abominations. He shall surely die. His blood shall be upon him.
So when you hear like mamas got these rapping sons that put that drill rap and they just like, well, he bringing in money. Okay, well that's your reward. Verily, that's your reward, because the next money going to be if you got an insurance policy, and that's going to be it. Let's get some more. What else to say? 14.
Verse 14.
Yeah.
Now lo, if he begot a son that seeth all his father's sins.
What he see?
Seeth all his father's sins which he hath done, and considereth and doeth not such like.
Say he like, I'm considering this. Every time my daddy do this, he stay in jail. He's always in the back of a police car. And he's like, I ain't going to be like that. Go ahead, what else to say?
That hath not eaten upon the mountain, neither have lifted up his eyes to the idols of the house of Israel, has not defiled his neighbor's wife, neither has oppressed any, has not withholden the pledge, neither has spoiled by violence, but hath given his bread to the hungry, and hath covered the naked with a garment, that hath taken off his hand from the poor, that hath not received usury nor increase, hath executed my judgment, hath walked in my statutes, he shall not die for the iniquity of his father, he shall surely live.
No, your daddy's sins don't pass on to you. When you correct what your daddy did, you gonna live. Your daddy got to pay a price though.
Yes, sir.
So there's always a cutoff, y'all, when we say, let's stop the curse of this generation. The son can say, I'm not going to do it no more because I don't want it for my sons. Y'all, but there's a fine line with that when you're trying to make sure your son don't fall in the line of what was experienced, and you can coddle them. You can baby them too much, trying to make sure their life run well and they don't get what you got in the streets, but you can't go overboard with it.
Because then we ain't going to do nothing.
Yes, sir. So y'all, we'll end this with Isaiah 3, but right now, y'all, just a quick case study while we got 4 minutes. Right here, just these quick one line. And it's a case study that where we had a righteous king and his son was looked upon as the son of King David, but y'all, it was some terrible things that happened here, and it's because of what his father did, it trickled downhill. Y'all, and it caused his father a lot of problems. Y'all, this is why I'm saying we have to be extra careful of what your children see, and it becomes public. And see, you could shame your good name for your children. It works the other way around. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Somebody say, that's your daddy.
Talking about what Absalom did today.
Yes, sir. Your daddy sweet and low Joe.
Well, that one child's mother who house plays in front of them, they was like, yeah, that's her mama to be outside drunk, falling down.
Yeah. And that's what we're talking about, y'all. Let's get it real quick, y'all. We can close this on out. Let's go to, real quick, 2 Samuel 14:25. And we're going to help you understand that what happens when children, you can't have them as novelties. You know, a little boy looking like, y'all, this my prince, this my king. He handsome, but you can't let him become a novelty. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Walking them around like he's a Gucci purse or something. A novelty. People are doing children like that. Dressing them up like a grown man. He's a child. 2 Samuel 14:25 through 27. Yeah, we ain't got nothing but 3 more short. We out of here. 2 Samuel 14 verse 25. Who got it?
14 verse 25.
Yes, sir. 2 Samuel 14 verse 25. How we looking out there, y'all?
Got it.
Let's get it.
2 Samuel chapter 14 verse 25.
Yeah.
But in all Israel.
But in where, Elisha?
In all Israel.
There
was none to be much praised as Absalom for his beauty.
For his what?
Beauty. From the sole of his foot even to the crown of his head, there was no blemish in him.
Y'all talking about a pretty boy. Absalom was the ultimate pretty boy. Son of David. Let's get some more.
And when he polled his head, for it was at every year's end that he polled it, because the hair was heavy on him. Therefore he polled it. He weighed the hair of his head at 200 shekels after the king's weight.
So Absalom had a fro this big. Every year he cut it all off. And they would weigh his hair. You know, and he was a pretty boy with a pig stuck in there. So we want to establish Absalom's favor. Not only that, because he was a very handsome young man. Let's pick it right back up. And what happened was Absalom, well, David did what he did with Bathsheba. Absalom got beside himself because he was so handsome, and he figured, I'm going to take the king. He ended up getting with one of David's advisors and was telling him, look, you know, you need to take the kingdom from your daddy. And it ain't never been a son take the kingdom from his father, so his father bowed to him. Either the father is put down and then the son reigned. But David wasn't going to bow to Solomon. Y'all understand what we're saying? So it can never be to that point a king transfers power to his son. Not is taken and then his father end up bowing him. That's out of order. That's what these naysayers are trying to do today when they say, I can talk back to God, or I'm reading some book to say, I can question God and he be wrong. 2 Samuel 16, 20 through 23. This the next chapter? No, this is the next one. We was in 2 Samuel 14, now we're in 2 Samuel 16. And verse 20.
Verse 20
through 23. Go ahead, what's the prayer request?
Another Israel asked in the chat, family, please pray for me. Pray for my strength.
Yeah.
I've been struggling hard since my eldest passed in February.
Mm.
Told I about that back.
A child, the eldest child.
Praying for you.
praying for you, says we know how that is. But y'all, once again,
I can only imagine. sis.
there's nothing new under the sun. And if it happened to our Messiah, y'all, but it's just how we get through. And the first thing is to acknowledge, I'm not the first one, because the first parents on earth lost their son.
Yes, sir. Adam and Eve.
And that was the first son of God. The last, or what we would call the second son of God, the Messiah, but he was first before Adam. Let me say that. He's the root of Adam.
Right.
I'm talking about, but when he came in offspring, he died before his parents.
Yeah.
At 33 and a half. That was his mother at his death sentence.
Yeah.
While he was being put to death. So
Came to his grave.
it's not uncommon. It's just, what do you do after that happens? How do we correct that after that happens, so you don't sorrow yourself into the grave? It's an already happened, y'all, so we got examples. We just go to our examples in the Bible. Yes, it's going to be painful. It's always going to be painful because it's outside the natural order. Your children should be standing around their parents' bed and holding their hand while he giving out the blessing, and then it goes on down the line like that. But the devil's out here, y'all, and he's been out here since the garden causing corruption. And that's why 1 John 3 and 11 say, not as Cain was, who was like the devil, or the devil's seed, so to speak. He was just influenced by the devil and killed his brother. Let's get some more. Through jealousy, hating, and envy. Because one doing right and I ain't doing right, so I hate what he doing.
Right.
He pleased God and I don't, so I'm mad. I'm a killer.
And the Most High told him, just do right.
Let's get it, y'all. We got these last two, y'all. We down. Y'all got me under a minute now. Talk. Go ahead.
Everybody else fault.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all, go ahead. Yeah.
Verse 20.
Yes, sir.
Then said Absalom to Ahithophel, give counsel among you what we should do.
Now he's at war with his daddy. Go ahead.
And Ahithophel said unto Absalom, go in unto thy father's concubine.
Y'all see this advice B of MF. Because if you go into your father's wife, that's what you are. A mother for unlawful carnal knowledge. That's what F-U-C-K means. That's why it's always in capital. For unlawful carnal knowledge. So when we say he's a MF, he's a mother for unlawful carnal knowledger. But yet we take that and run with it, make it a good word. Man, he's a bad MF. Man, he's that black MF.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, like,
yes,
go ahead, bro.
Would you already feel some way about that?
That under 1 minute don't turn.
Yes, sir. Look, go ahead, like, I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. Go ahead. Now, see, Zab still talking in his life. Go ahead.
I take it.
Go ahead.
And Ahithophel said unto Absalom, go in unto thy father's concubine, which he hath left to keep the house, and all Israel should hear that thou art abhorred of thy father. Then shall the hands of all that are with thee be strong.
So y'all see what the advice was? Go into your daddy's women. Take your daddy's wife. And see, once again.
And piss them off.
See, but once again, like I said, these polygamists use that scripture where it say, when he chastising David about 7, he said, I'd have given you even more. I'd have gave you your master's wife. Both of them, it's ridiculous to think that the Lord is telling David, I would have gave you your wife's mother. Because that's who that would be who his master wives are. King Saul. He's married to King Saul's daughter, though. Right. You can't have daughter and mother. It's an abomination. So that scripture can't mean that. And look, we got Absalom being given that advice. Go into your father's women. Let's see what else it says. Let's go ahead and run that out.
Verse 22.
Yeah.
So they spread Absalom a tent upon the top of the house.
What David looked at Bathsheba at? What was that at?
The top of the house.
Yes, go ahead.
And Absalom went in unto his father's concubines in the sight of all Israel.
Didn't care what camera was on. Go ahead.
And the counsel of Ahithophel, which he counseled in those days, was as if a man had inquired at the oracle of Yahweh. So was all the counsel of Ahithophel, both with David and with Absalom.
So he turned on David and used So he was hating on David.
Yeah.
And used the counsel against Absalom and had him go against his dad.
So obviously he wanted to get Bathsheba himself.
Boy, look here. There's something going on in there, Lysa. Let's just last one. 2 Samuel 18 and 15 through 18, y'all recall. Yes, ma'am. Verse 15.
2 Samuel chapter 18.
I tell you what, start about verse 9, Lysa. Because they battling and Absalom trying to get away. David's men is closing in on him. But David had asked them, he said, look, if y'all catch him, don't kill him. He's still my son. So even at this point, as bad as Absalom did, went into his father's wife, doing all of this, David still had mercy. He said, look, y'all, if y'all catch him, don't kill him, just bring him back to me. Just bring my son back to me. But they're like, no, your son is rotten. And the law say, we got to put your son down. Let's read a little bit more of that. Go ahead. Start at verse 9, Lysa. We're going to close it on 9.
2 Samuel chapter 18, verse 9.
Yeah.
And Absalom met the servants of David. And Absalom rode upon a mule. And the mule went under the thick boughs of a great oak. And his head caught hold of the oak. And he was taken up between the heaven and the earth. And the mule that was under him went away.
So what happened? Absalom riding his mule trying to get away, but that afro, he rolled up under a bush and he grabbed his throat and snatched him off the horse.
Yeah.
So now he's hanging by his afro. His beautiful hair now that he pulled is now holding him hostage. Right now for the death angel get, and that mule took off, boy. That mule was running. You could have put that mule in the Kentucky Derby and he'd won it hands down.
You said, my name Benny, that ain't
Yes, sir. Let's get some more of that. What else to say?
And a certain man saw it and told Joab and said, behold, I saw Absalom hanged in an oak. And Joab said unto the man that told him, and behold, thou sawest him, and why didst thou not smite him to the ground?
There to the ground.
And I would have given thee 10 shekels of silver and a girdle.
So the order was already out. Kill David's son on sight. Y'all talking about on sight? Like, why you didn't put him down? Let's see what he said. Go ahead.
And the man said unto Joab, though I should receive 1,000 shekels of silver in mine hand, yet will I not put forth mine hand against the king's son. For in our hearing the king charged thee, and Abishai and Ittai, saying, beware that none touch the young man Absalom.
So he heard that David said, don't nobody touch him. Bring him to me. Go ahead.
Otherwise I should have wrought falsehood against mine own life. For there is no matter hid from the king, and thou thyself wouldst have set thyself against me.
So, and I'm telling y'all, Hollywood don't have its imagination. Every movie they make is out of here. Exactly. They got one on right now that come on BET. It's like a series that's called Family Business. Hebrews that's running corporations but selling all the dope in town. They at war. His one son tried to take over his father and get mixed up with their own crew, and his daddy just got like that. He said, boy, you just don't know what you done. You done put me in a position I have to make a choice if I'm going to kill you. Boy, do you know what you done to me? You done sided with the enemy against your father. So even in that line of selling dope and cars on the side, that rule is still there. What you doing? He had him like this, and he wanted so bad, he just get away from her. Now he's got to plan his son's funeral because the organization over here, you done went against the family.
Yeah, you finna die.
You got and Junior just sitting there like, I thought I was the man. If I say you always been a fat, little, chubby boy that was spoiled. Now you done went across the line, you done messed up. Y'all, all these things, these movies come right out of the Bible. If y'all see that episode, that latest episode from this week, y'all see it exactly the where he had him in his hand and he just like, boy, you just don't know what to do. I got to bury you and I may be the one to have to kill you from what you done. My son, you tripping. He just sitting there like, I thought I was a big boy.
No.
Finish that out, Elijah.
14.
Yeah.
Then said Joab, I may not tarry thus with thee. And he took 3 darts in his hand and thrust them through the heart of Absalom while he was yet alive in the midst of the oak.
Now, Joab was David's strong man. He was the one that you didn't have to worry about. He was David's protector. He like, look, the rule's bigger than King David. They say if his son do that, I got to put him down. Won't hear nothing about what David say, save him alive. This boy done shamed his daddy. We got to put him down. His daddy loved him. We got to get past the love of his daddy. And we got to put this boy down. This boy is causing trouble in Israel. The pretty boy that thinks he's prettier than his dad. Let's get some more. And see, and that's the same thing that happened in the heavens. So it ain't what happens in heaven happen on earth. Lucifer, the most beautiful son of the angels that the Most High created, got beside himself and said, I want to take Daddy's seat. Daddy had to do him like this. You right, get out of here. Throwed him out the house, but he can't never come back. Ever. And he got a mob with him, though, to come try to do it. 1/3 of the angels. Y'all tired of being sons? We need to be some father. We need to be his daddy. Y'all sick of this? Let's roll on him and see what happens. And when he got through out of there like lightning, they like, uh-oh. Wait a minute, the father still got left hooks like that. Let's get some more. Finish that out, guys. This last verse we got. Through 18, yeah.
And 10 young men, verse 15.
Yeah.
And 10 young men that bare Joab's armor compassed about and smote Absalom and slew him. And Joab blew the trumpet.
Yeah.
And the people returned from pursuing after Israel. For Joab held back the people. And they took Absalom and cast him into a great pit in the wood, and laid every great heap of stones upon him. And all Israel fled, every one to his tent. Now Absalom in his lifetime had taken and reared up for himself a pillar, which is in the king's dale. For he said, I have no son to keep my name in remembrance. And he called the pillar after his own name, and it is called unto this day Absalom's place.
Absalom dug his own grave, so to speak,
Yeah.
and put his headstone there. Like when I get, I want to be king like this. I want my grave site. I ain't got no son. I want no name. I want it to be me, Absalom, and he got what he wished for. And it's still there to this day. Absalom pillar. Put to death because of what he did to his daddy. So his daddy had to watch Absalom, his son, die. And then he had to watch the son die that he had with Bathsheba that didn't live 8 days. Twice for that one act though. Y'all understand? But the Most High say David's heart is like mine own. David said, Lord, I am so sorry. Never is recorded David committing another sin twice. Correct. That means he learned from his bad behavior. But at a cost like this, y'all, we just don't want a cost like this. And when you get your house straight, then it won't be this, but the Most High pay you back to your faith. What David did on the rooftop, his son did it on the rooftop too. And it was before all Israel, because David asked, who is that? They say, that's Uriah the Hittite, he that guard your bed at night. One of your trusted soldiers. He said, bring her to me.
He said, and?
So y'all, the Most High is not what we call karma. Karma could come back at you anyway. When the Most High returns your sin to your face, it's what you did.
Right.
So it's without excuse. So you don't say, and he'll ask you then, just tell me the truth and I won't whip you. And when Nathan came to him, David told him the truth. I did. Put me in the hands of the Lord. I'm just rotting his head.
But he had to still be punished.
He still had to be punished though.
He said no sin will go unpunished.
So the Lord said, I still got to whoop you, David, though, but I'm going to spare your life. But I got to whoop you, David.
He spared his life and his life eternal.
And it wasn't Absalom. It just happened to be Absalom, the bad child. Right. At that point, the guy high-minded, so he fit in when the punishment came. See, Absalom was already working to plot and take over the kingdom. So the Most High got 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak. That makes sense, y'all? Right. We got any questions or concerns, y'all? So homework, y'all, if y'all will, study Ephesians 4. 1 through 15 to understand our Messiah, and then Ephesians 6 and 4. You know, and y'all, we get some good understanding. And y'all, we have to understand too, we can't take things in our own hand. Y'all write this down too. Numbers 35. And what that does is that explains when people get themselves in trouble like a mob, and there's a mob out there after young children that did that to that mother and that child. There's people outside their house. We cannot take that into our own hands. That's why they have to move people to a place of refuge, because the avenger of death is in that mob, and they come in and they'll strangle a child and kill him to get him out of there. But you have to let him go through the court system. Like even in what's that, Leviticus 24:10, the son of Dan.
Yeah, that's it.
There's an Israelite woman, the daughter of Dan, had a son by an Egyptian man. They took that son, they say, he don't belong to Egypt. He belongs to Israel. They took him before Moses and say, this is what he done. Moses said, well, according to the law, we got to stone him to death. The Egyptian son. But it say his mother was an Israelite. But he come on our side, y'all. That's why all the slaves that had children by white men come on our side of the coin. They like, that's their children. That's their seed. They have the dominant seed. So put them under their law. And that son was put down, y'all. So we have to understand this law is here. We got to train our children, because once they get in their hands, ain't no might in our hands. Now you got to call on groups you've been despising. Al Sharpton and them, because they can kind of at least get you a little paper. What's that boy named? Mumble Mouth, that other boy. Crump, yeah.
Crump.
Slow of tongue, Crump. Sound like his tongue fatter than a chicken wing. Talk like that, but that's all he come for, to try to get you something, to get you through. But he didn't kill them. Look, you have to go to their court. This is what we talking about. Ain't no court for Israel to go prove them wrong with their law, which their law is in there. It's fines and penalties, but we know they should get more time than they doing for killing our children. But we got to make sure our children don't put themselves in that position.
Right.
When they go out, you know, look here, boy, wear your seatbelt. Boy, don't have 3 heads in there, 4 heads in there with caps on, and you know you going through that racist time.
And somebody, one of them got a gun.
And one of them got a gun, he put it under the seat. Y'all, we got to protect our children, y'all. With that, we're going to close on out. If you got any questions or concerns, too bad.
No, sir. You're saying thank you for the lesson, though.
Y'all read that Numbers 35 as well, and y'all understand why we have to hire people till they can get to court. Because a mob will try to take the vengeance in their own hands, y'all. Y'all know we would.
Yes, sir.
Like the boy that the police killed his daddy.
Yeah.
And he saw him out there on the parade route.
Yeah.
He ran that police over, and he scowling at the police when they taking him to jail. But you gone.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to kiss the baby. And what that means is they bring you the baby and kiss it, because that's the last kiss. Next time you see that baby, it'll be graduated.
Wow.
Y'all, we can't put ourselves in a position that we kiss the baby. All I'm saying. Let's close on out of here.
Get this closing prayer with the Most High's permission in the name of His only begotten Son.
Yes, sir.
Psalm 63.
What it say?
O Yahweh, Thou art my power.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Early will I seek Thee.
Yeah.
My soul thirsteth for Thee.
Yes.
My flesh longeth for Thee in a dry and thirsty land.
Yes, sir.
Where no water is. To see Thy power and Thy glory. So as I have seen Thee in the sanctuary. Because Thy loving kindness is better than life.
Yes, sir.
My lips shall praise Thee. Thus will I bless Thee while I live. I will lift up my hands in Thy name. My soul shall be satisfied as with the marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise Thee with joyful lips.
Yes.
When I remember Thee upon my bed,
Yes.
and meditate on Thee in the night watch,
Yes.
because Thou hast been my help.
Yes, sir.
Therefore in the shadow of Thy wings will I rejoice.
Yes.
My soul followeth hard after Thee.
Yes, sir.
Thy right hand upholdeth me.
Yes.
But those that seek my soul to destroy it shall go into the lower parts of the earth.
Yes, sir.
They shall fall by the sword. They shall be a portion for foxes.
Yes.
But the king shall rejoice in Yahweh.
Yeah.
Everyone that sweareth by him shall glory. But the mouth of them that speaketh lies shall be stopped.
Hallelujah. in that homework, make sure I had a note down here. Y'all put Jasher 21 and 13. And then also jump to verse 22 of that same Jasher 21 and 13. And this is Abraham. You're going to see where he had to get rid of Ishmael because Ishmael was trying to kill Isaac. But then in verse 22, you see Abraham still have to go see about his son Ishmael. He never forgot about his son, even though they had to pack it up and leave. So that's Jasher, y'all. Y'all want to read Jasher 21 verse 13. And then drop down to verse 22, and you're going to see once again civil rivalry in the same household. And with that, y'all know what it is, y'all. One love to all y'all. Y'all, we got the Feast of Dedication coming up, December the 14th, y'all. That's on a Sunday. We got everything lined up, so we got a couple out-of-town guests coming in for y'all St. Louis. We're going to send out the message tomorrow with price and, with the cost for coming to the feast. And y'all, all the information for that, y'all. So that'll come out tomorrow. But that Holy Feast Day, 8 days, y'all. We got to stay in agreement with this. And if y'all got a shekel or two, y'all, we greatly appreciate it. One love, fam.